like the good Nuzlocke that I am, I have prepared a complete document of the next. I think I have notes on the next. What would this be? 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 fights. I have pretty decent notes on. Which is perfect because what it means is I'm going to wipe on like the 4th fight to something stupid. And then all of that prep I spent hours doing whilst I was away is going to be for nothing. The classic. Did that ever happen to me during Run and Bun? I feel like it must have done. Well, I mean, the big run wiped on Tate and Liza itself. I assume I'd done at least some like prep for like Space Center. Had at least thought about it a bit. But there's only so much you can do without seeing your rush. Right? So I probably hadn't done too much. Yeah, so we have 6 gym trainers to do. 6 double battle gym trainers. And then Tate and Liza itself. I would describe these 6 gym trainers as 3 of them are gimmick fights, basically, which are entirely built around one gimmick. And then if you sort of solve that gimmick, the fight isn't really very hard. And then there's 3 fights which are just pretty much straight up double battles where you just have to fight 2 pretty decent teams. And those are the ones that gave me the trouble, unsurprisingly, right? Yeah, I'm pretty sure it would have happened to me during, if any point it would have happened during Magma Hideout, right? I probably planned a lot of Magma Hideout off stream. I remember losing Galysopod, right? At like the first trainer of Hellroom. I lost Galysopod to some fire spin bullshit, right? Well, basically, Magma Storm didn't proc emergency exit, right? And therefore I lost my Galysopod, and then I had to recook everything. Or it might have been like pre-Hellroom or right before. It was something I got trapped for some reason. I feel like it was like fire spin, not Magma Storm. So it must have been before Hellroom. And then I had to like recook all of my Hellroom, basically. Not to mention, do you remember the ultimate fat finger during Maxie itself? Where I was supposed to sucker punch with Honchcrow, and then I accidentally like fat fingered and clicked knockoff instead. And my Honchcrow had to live on like 10 HP, dodge crit, dodge burn, or I would have wiped. Good times. And after Barrascuda, yeah. But like that was just after Winona, so I probably hadn't planned too much with him. But that was annoying, yeah. The Scooter loss was annoying. Probably the most tilting loss of that entire run and bun attempt, just because like I lost it to something so stupid. Anyway, so this first fight is one of just the straight up fights to do. It's a Soul Rock Giraffrid Claydol on one side, Loonstone Xatu Chemeco on the other. It's kind of a Earthquake spam on one side and Carmine spam on the other side, which are with all levitators, right? However, the general, basically what every runner does is they just throw their Starmie in slot 1 and their Sharpedo in slot 2 and just click. They just click Surf and Crunch and try and just sweep the fight without thinking. Which is going to be my plan as well. I haven't actually thought anything beyond that. I've seen how this fight plays out. I kind of understand the general idea, and we're going to follow that same general idea. So Sharpedo is on my Tate and Liza team, so I've done a bit of napkin math, and I'm pretty sure if I have an XP share somewhere on my party, even if Sharpedo takes part in killing every single mon on this team, he shouldn't overlevel. Because he'll only get a quarter of the XP, right? But we'll keep an eye on it. He's very close to the cap already. The idea is to just Starmie plus Sharpedo and just send it, basically. It's a really hard fight to plan, so you just sort of send it. We then need Crawdaunt, Salamence, Armaldo is what I've written as backups for the fight. I think I'll bring Primeape as my XP dump, just because maybe I can get him into, if I need to, I can get him into Endure and stuff, right? Always useful. So XP share on Primeape. I've written Mystic Water on Starmie and Black Glasses on Sharpedo. And then everything else, I guess, we'll just like citrus it, right? Is there any status? Not really. It's just citrus. Mostly these guys because Crawdaunt has the same good type matchup that Sharpedo has. Mence for just utility intimidates, and Armaldo's for battle armor, plus X's is good into psychic types, right? But the idea is that Starmie and Sharpedo should just sweep this fight, as long as the AI sort of plays ball. I've seen it go a little awry, but yeah, there's only so much we can do. You just sort of send this fight because planning it is impossible. Hey Alex, good to see you, man. Good to see you. So yeah, I think we're just going to send this first fight. This is one of the ones I'm more worried about because of how I have literally no plan written down. I've just got written down, bring Starmie, bring Sharpedo, and pray. But it'll work, trust. So, this fight also ambushes you right as you go through the door, just so you know. So we shall be careful. We'll just send it. Don't need to pre-damage, don't need to pre-status. Every little thing that we could do in this fight just make the fight worse. But we have XP Shout on Primeape, just in case. So, checking the audio's working. Yep, all good. Cool. Let's just send it. God, I hope this one I'm actually spooked out for. Wait, moves, check moves, check moves, check moves. Yeah, that's fine. And that's cool. Alright, send it. Preston and Maura. So these guys lead with a Soul Rock and a Lunatone. Basically, the Lunatone side is full of Calm Mind users, which are all like either levitating or flying types. And then on the other side, there are Psychic types, which will basically like have the move Earthquake, but like also have sometimes like some other moves, which would be a bit annoying. The idea is basically to target down the Soul Rock side and leave the Lunatone up just a little bit, because it's very likely to just click Calm Mind for a bit. Its only moves are Ice Beam and Psychic, right? Which the idea is that your Starmie and your Sharpedo resist both of those. If you can just target down the Soul Rock with these two guys, then for the most part, fine. So each Surf hits both of them, and then Crunch the Soul Rock. This always kills the Soul Rock, this combination, and then sort of chips the Lunatone in a way that forces it to sort of Calm Mind and then recover, right? This is the idea. So this should always kill Soul Rock combination. Ideally, yeah, we leave up the Lunatone, and it should Crunch on this turn. It should Calm Mind on this turn. Is the idea. It's not guaranteed though. It could attack. We're not Lumbear and anything, so it could Ice Beam into one of the slots and freeze it. Would be hard steering then. But yeah, Calm Mind is most likely. I think it's something like 90% to click Calm Mind on that turn. But now, because it is slower and under 50% HP, it's really, really likely to Moonlight on it. We don't kill it, and we probably won't because of the. We just Surf and Crunch again. There's always guaranteed kills to the Claydol. We could end up killing the Lunatone here if we crit, but yeah, we're quite happy to leave it up. This fight does feel very like vanilla Emerald Nuzlocke, where you just sort of send 2 mons out, click Surf and Crunch, and yeah, there you go. See, kind of just like locks in a little bit, and just like. Yeah, send fast, strong ones out and just spam buttons. Okay, it now is quite likely to Ice Beam, I think, on this turn, because it's a slightly higher HP. If it freezes, we'll steer a bit. But if they are, hopefully, we should just be able to sweep from this position still. So this will, again, always kill the Girafarig. Okay, after this turn, I'm also going to check XP on Sharpedo, because I can't let him level up. Moonlight, okay. Okay. In the back, so that is the right side dealt with, by the way. In the back, there is a Xatu and a Chimecho, which I'm pretty sure we do sweep from this point. Let me check the Sharpedo XP. 2,161, yeah, that'll be fine. We won't get that much from these guys. We'll get something like 1,500. Surf and Crunch. I'm not sure if this will kill with the Carmine boost. Although it is single target Surf now, right? Yeah. Much better. The damage output. This should be locked in at this point, I think. The only thing that could have really gone wrong is if it didn't Carmine turn 1 and Ice Beamed and froze. That would have been catastrophic. But yeah, all has gone well. It really does look like an easy fight, this one, I have to say. But yeah, there's just that tiny chance that something can go wrong, and then it's like, whoa, nope, I haven't planned anything else. Cool, 1 down, 5 to go. Cool, and I'm pretty sure that's Sharpedo not over-leveled as well. Cool, easy stuff. How close was it? 500, yeah. Oh, pretty close. That was a level up on Primeape. I'm going to put that in the calc. Wherever the hell Primeape is. I've got too many mons in my box now. Becoming a mess. Don't spurs the leveling. I would never. Okay, so Sharpedo, you're going back in the loser box until you make an appearance on Tate and Liza. I will not yet tell you in what way you'll be making that appearance on Tate and Liza, but it might not end well for you. So the next fight is now like one of the 2 that took me ages. There's 2 fights in this gym that prepping properly took fucking ages. Because they're just nightmares. This was a slightly easier of the 2, but like I was still adjusting this like yesterday. I think I was sat in like one of the lecture theaters, definitely paying attention to my lecture and like messing around with my plan for this. So team Absol, Ments. God, I hope my plan works. I think this is a little risky if my memory. Relicanth, Rawdawn. This plan is actually. I'm just looking at my notes. Blastoise and Plusle. You're coming out of the loser box, man. What's it? Loser. I've heard it's real. I've not opened a track of the day in weeks at this point, unfortunately. I say unfortunately. No, unfortunately. Where's my Primeape? Because that's where my XP share is. Yep. The XP share is on the Plusle. I have Lum on Absol, Citrus on Ments, Citrus on Rally, Lum on Crawdaunt, and Citrus on Blastoise. I then have basically 70 on everyone. I've not fully worked out my XP share. I'm hoping nothing's going to overlevel. I'm going to try and dump on every fight. I think we should be fine. Seeing what the XP that Sharpedo was able to get, taking all of the kills whilst an XP share, it should be fine. So just go 70 on everything. Okay. So you have the moves that you need. Shadow Ball, right? And Superpower. You have the move that you need. You have the move you need. You have your moves. Do you need anything else? God, this plan is actually really finicky. Dude, only 1,700 played yesterday. I mean, it's back to, no longer free cup of the day. Times, So I need pre-sleep and pre-damage. Like I said before, I'm going to try and limit my pre-sleeps, but I'm not going to not do it if it would cause me to risk something. Like if I can reduce a risk and there's no other way to do it. And I need to pre-damage my Crawdaunt to 143, I've gotten written down. Let me just double check this. 68. 72. I have ever got on my Crawdaunt Lum. If your Ice Beam does how much? 72. Hitmonlee does what? 71. Yeah, so that's 143. Not sure what that is really. I mean, yeah, dwindling game, I guess. Everyone's jumping ship to the true fucking good game, which is playing Nuzlocke. Am I fucking right, boys? Anyway, Psychic Samantha and Cool Trainer Virgil. This fight can suck my. Anyway, fuck it, it's awful. So the whole gimmick of this fight is sleep mons on one side, kind of, and then like follow me. It's actually kind of just like a straight up double battle. There's a follow me mon in the lead. There's a fake out in the back. There's also some sleep moves on the other side. It's kind of just a hard fight just in general, rather than like this fight. It's probably the least gimmicky. Everything else is kind of a gimmick. So, but I hope I've done this right. Checking moves. Lumberry, Citrus, Lum, Citrus, EXP share. Do pre-damage on you. And nothing else. And sleep. Okay, well, pray for me. This is one of the ones I'm quite nervous in terms of. Also, I don't know my way around this gym. Avoid the top right switch before using either of the other two. Might run into the trainer. Cool. Helpful notes. Oh, okay. Well, we're going right in. So, Jesus fucking Christ, this fight. The lead is Jinx and Clefable. The idea is there's a fake out Jinx which also has Lovely Kiss on one side, and then the Clefable has Follow Me. The Clefable isn't a threat in general. The problem is Follow Me AI is really jank in this game, where basically it just clicks it randomly. Like, there's no AI patterns Follow Me in the game at all. So it's just 50-50 to follow me or attack every turn, unless it sees kills, right? Which is not what you want, because you want it to not see kills, because it's a threat. So what you need to just need to get rid of this Clefable, and for the most part just target down the Clefable side, full stop. Which is what we're going to do. So right now, what we're having is... I don't think the Clefable sees a kill. It might do. I've not even looked into it. I don't think it does, though. But the Jinx sees a kill into Mence with Ice Beam. So what we're going to do is we're going to superpower the Clefable. We're going to switch Mence into Rally on Ice Beam. Ideally, this doesn't crit. I think we're fine if it does, but it makes things a lot safer if it doesn't. So there's the Ice Beam that I expected. There was no Follow Me, but that's fine. It doesn't change anything. We're faster. We needed to pre-sleep Rally instead of Lum because we need Citrus Berry. So there just wasn't a clean way to deal with it. So yeah, but we took a shit ton of recoil on Absol, but that's fine. This is what we want. So this now brings in the Hitmonlee from the back. Alright, both sides. This brings in the Armaldo. All good. I just wasn't reading my notes. I thought it would be the Hitmonlee. Cool. Okay. Panic over. So this is Armaldo, which is correct. What we now have is that after Superpower Recoil, the Jinx now does see a kill on Absol, guaranteed with Ice Beam. It's actually quite nice how that works. With a turn 1 it didn't see a kill, on turn 2 it does see a kill. It doesn't see a kill on Rally. It couldn't done even if it crit Ice Beam with then Psychic because of Berry. The Armaldo doesn't see a kill on the Rally either, but it does see a kill on
Absol with X's, but that doesn't matter because we're actually faster than it, really. So we just need to switch something into this Ice Beam, and my notes say Crawdorn. So Absol into Crawdorn, or Crawdorn is Shell Armor, which makes me able to control my HP level really precisely. And we're going to head smash the Armor. So there's the Ice Beam into the Crawdorn. We're Lumberry Kiss of Freeze. Does a shit ton of damage, by the way. Okay. Okay, we now heal up a bit with my Relicanth. So, the current situation is that this Hitmonlee sees a kill into Crawdorn with a few moves. It sees it with High Jump Kick and Mach Punch. It also has Fake Out, by the way, but if it sees a kill, it can't click Fake Out. It sees a kill with both Mach Punch and High Jump Kick. However, it does give priority moves an increased AI score if they see a kill. We're pre-damaged to always be dead to Mach Punch after an Ice Beam. We're also just dead to another Ice Beam, right? So what this means is that my Rally slot is untargeted, but my Crawdorn slot is being targeted by both Mach Punch and Ice Beam, right? So the idea is on that to go to my Blastoise, and on the Rally slot that's being untargeted, go to Mutants. So this should be Mach Punch and Ice Beam into the Blastoise. There's the Mach Punch. Doesn't do too much, and there's the Ice Beam. And this is the pre-sleep, because we need it to be. Okay. My Ments can now basically do whatever it wants. It can outspeed and KO the Hitmonlee, and it can outspeed and KO the Jinx with just a little bit of chip damage. The way we're going to achieve this then is that we're going to Fake Out with Blastoise into the Jinx, and we're going to take the kill on the Hitmonlee on this turn. That's so much damage. Nice crit, bro. We don't need it, but yeah. So after that Fake Out damage, now my Ments has a guaranteed kill on this Jinx. What we can now do is we can switch Blastoise out Fossil and Air Slash. Timid Ments finally doing something. Okay, so what's fun about this is that basically I needed something which I could put next to my Ments that would be able to double up and take kills on both the Slowbro and the Executor that is in the bag. I looked through my entire box for everything which could basically, you know, patch up the extra damage that's Ments needed to do to both of them, and the only mod in my box that was able to do that for both the Slowbro and the Executor was my Plusle, which is hilarious. Because Plusle has both Thunderbolt and Signal Beam. Exact right coverage you need for the Slowbro and the... fun. So, the idea on this turn is Thunderbolt plus Dragon Claw. Pretty sure. Dragon Claw is highest damaging move on Slowbro. Let me double check though. Where the fuck is my Ments? Hello? Ments? Highest damaging move is Dragon Claw. So we Thunderbolt. Let me try. Dude, Plusle gets a frag, man. He might even get 2 frags, actually, if I remember it right. Because he's slower. And he's siphoning XP in this fight, which is excellent as well. Yep, and so now it's Signal Beam plus Air Slash. Dude, what a goat. I thought he'd be great for this gym because of Encore. He's not coming out at all for Encore, but he is coming out to take 2 frags on the foot. My goat. Me out. Cool, 2 down. Good pace, good pace. Back to the loser's box for you, Plussel. Cool. So the next one is full gimmick. And trust me, this fight looks really, really spooky with how I'm setting up myself to win it. But I think it works. I think. It's a bit scary. Okay. So, my team is Swallow, to begin with. It is then Primate, Kabutops, and Blastoise. And that is all I've written down. We need a... an XP dump, right? We can do whatever we want, really, for it. Do Piloswine, why not? He is a shiny after all. And then probably something which would just be a good bring. I'm not sure, I didn't think this far about what a good bring would be. This is absolutely one of the gimmick fights, by the way. It's probably like Armaldo. Just because there's Battle Armamon, and again, it's psychic types, right? So being a bug type is really, really appreciated. We go Rare Candy on Swallow as well. So we need to burn Swallow. And we need to pre-damage my Primeape. My Primeape is at 66. He needs to pre-damage to be dead to slacking. Right? Because this is a slacking fight, by the way. Didn't mention that, but it is. Which means 153. Okay. Cool. And he needs Lumberry, right? Yeah, because he's getting taken a body slam. Okay. What else have I got written down? I've got obviously Silk Scarf and Burn on Swallow. And I've just got Citrus written down on my 2 in the back. Okay. XP share, wherever that is. It's on my Plussel, right? Yeah. Okay. This is a bit spooky. It'll look spooky is the main thing. It will definitely look spooky. But if I understand the AI correctly, which at this point I'm hoping that I do, then we should be safe. Just double checking my AI patterns. Yeah, we should be safe. But it will look spooky. Just like the regular Norman looks kind of spooky. So the idea of this fight is it's kind of a mini Norman again. It's a Espeon slacking lead, so a skill swap, truant bullshit, right? But it's mostly easier for the most part. Like the ones in the back just aren't quite as scary. Especially because the left, you can target down one side in this fight, which is, I think, part of it easier. And also the other side is like all skill swap, right? So you only really need to worry about damage throw on the side. Although I will say the damage throw on the other side is super high, powerful one. They don't actually attack really. It's quite interesting. Okay, so I think I have everything I need, right? Facade, Indoor, X-Scissor, Fake Out, and then I guess X-Scissor, but shouldn't be coming, right? God, I hate this fight because it looks really, really spooky. So I don't know which way I'm supposed to be going. Avoid the top right switch before using either of the other two. You might run into the wrong trainer. I don't really know my way around this gym in this game. Hopefully I will go into the right trainer. Although if I run into the wrong trainer, at this point I will just like reset and run into the right trainer. Lost. Overworld stuff is just... Well, I don't want to lose that. Okay. Yeah, I've saved. I'm pre-burned and I'm pre-damaged. So, I'm pretty sure... Avoid the top right switch before using either of the other two. You might run into the wrong trainer. Okay, so don't go into the top right. I don't know where either of these are. I think it's this one. Gentleman Nate plus Expert Nicholas. This does look right. Right? Gonna save. If it's not the right one again, like I said, I'm just can't be asked. Okay, this will look really spooky. As I've said a couple times, this will look a bit spooky. But trust that it actually doesn't. Alright. Updating my calc with a few sets, with a few level ups. That's my blast. No Hall of Fame. Hey! I've not reset yet. And there is no Hall of Fame in EK. Thank God that there's no Hall of Fame in EK. Like, it's times like this when not having Hall of Fames just makes everything so much more, like, relaxed and chill. Like, none of you are going to give a fucking rat's ass if I reset because of I ran into the wrong trainer and knew some shit like that. But, like, imagine invalidating your whole run because of bullshit. Easily the worst part about Hall of Fames. Okay. Double checking my damage on Primeape. 66. 153. No, Bruce, no, I promise. I'll be good, I promise. No resetting. I definitely didn't GMO a starter or anything like that. Not me, I would. Okay. Well, only one thing to do. This fight feels really scary, even though it's... As long as... This is actually supposedly is riskless, whereas I have risks on other fight. Okay, this is Nate and Nicholas. This is the right trainer. So it's another Espeon slacking type beat, where the Espeon has skill swap, and the slacking has Truan and really high, crazy high damage percent. So what you need to know is that basically, when an AI Mon has skill swap and its partner has Truant, it gives the AI, I think it's plus 20 AI score. It's crazy. It's like a crazy high AI score. It's plus 10, which can never be overrun. Nothing is ever plus 10. Plus 10 is huge. And this Espeon will always skill swap this turn. Then basically we're showing the slacking a kill with Primeape by putting it at 153. He's a kill with Body Slam. You might be thinking, as I was thinking, would it not potentially see a kill into Swellow in this position too? Swellow is frail as fuck after all. Max Roll Body Slam does exactly 178 HP. I kid you not. It is 1 HP off killing full HP Swellow. It's crazy. So thank God, even though we have like fucking phone number IV, it's just about enough. There is no taunt in this game. This is the thing. And frankly, you kind of want it to skill swap, because then the Espeon gets Truan itself, and is then stuck only using a move every 2 turns, right? Yeah, there's no taunt. Yep. It was considered too broken by SHF, so the player doesn't get access to taunt. Yeah, it does exist in this gen, it's just the player doesn't get access. Wrong. But apparently Swellow is okay, I don't know. Well, you know, there were decisions made. Not all of them were fantastic. So, what all this means is that always this turn, Espeon is skill swapping the slacking, and the slacking is Body Slam or potentially Superpower into my Primeape. Okay. We're going to Facade the slacking, we're faster. This will do just over 50%, and we're going to Endure. We will see Facade. If this crits, we have to pivot a little bit, you know, with my plans. But yeah, no crit. I did vaguely plan for no crit. Okay, this may potentially won't put me to 1 HP, but that shouldn't make a difference. 7 HP, that's fine. So, reevaluate. Now we have a position where the Espeon has Gruant, so it is loafing this turn. And the Slacking is slower than my Swallow and is about to die. What that means is I can kill it with my Swallow, with Facade. The AI will send in the next Mon from the back. And what I can do is endeavor the incoming Mon to 7 HP. Right. This is 50-50, one of the two Mons in the back. It's actually not consistent. It's either going to be the Hitmonchan or it's going to be the Swallow. Both are fine. I have lines for either of them, and it's actually pretty much the same line no matter what. But we'll take it down to 7 HP when it does come in. Okay? And the Espeon will loaf this turn. Okay? In comes the Hitmonchan. Again, like I said, it's all fine. Loafing around, Endeavor. So this is where you see like a really nice synergy between... What item is this? Leftovers. Okay, I didn't even read that was leftovers. A really nice synergy between like having a Enduremon or a Protectmon and also a Truantmon on the other side. It's like it can only attack every 2 turns, but I can endure once every turn. So I can basically always be safe against Taunt. So the scary thing about this, right, is that yeah, Taunt is pretty OP in general, but we'll get to that. So the Espeon is now online again, and it does have Psychic. It has an attacking move. It also has Bite. However, what it has is Toxic. So there is another AI pattern where in double battles, if a Pokemon has Toxic, and it is next to a Pokemon that has the ability Guts, right? And that gets a +5 AI score, which is lower than Skill Swap, right? It's not quite as, nowhere near as high. However, a kill is +4, right? Even though this Espeon sees a kill with both Psychic and Bite into my Primeape, technically it will actually go for Toxic into the Hitmonchan here every single time. Which is important because I think it sees a kill on Swallow at this point. Espeon is crazy strong after all. What it means is we can endure again with Primeape and kill the Hitmonchan with Swallow. This is going to fake out this Hitmonchan. It will always go for a priority move. Yep. We will kill the Hitmonchan. It will send in Swallow, and then the Swallow will be toxiced by the Espeon. As you see. Okay, so always safe. And the last really, really nice thing about this setup, right, is again, the Swallow would see a few different kills, right? I'm technically fast, so it doesn't actually matter. But because I'm at 1 HP, it will try to take a kill with a priority move. Okay? So this thing is always quick attacking the Primeape slot no matter what. But I can do a few different things. Basically, I'm gonna kill it with my Swallow. Right? And we're gonna switch into Kabutops on quick attack. So we'll see a quick attack into Kabutops. Yep. Again, it didn't see a kill onto Swallow from the range I was at with Guts boosted quick attack. Right, and this is now loafing on the Espeon. Yep, perfect. And now I have a situation where I can now outspeed and kill this Espeon with my Swallow, which I was free to do at any point up until now. Right, my Espeon is not bulky. And then it will send in a Mon from the back. I chose Kabutops as my Mon to put next to me because it'll always give me the clip, which is what I prefer, right? And we're going to X scissor the incoming Claydol. Taunt is also really broken in Gen 3 specifically, isn't it? Because it's got random number of turns it can be affected for, and it's like a really, really big rate. It's something like 2 to 8 turns or something. Like a lot of moves are. Like Encore is like 2 to 8 turns as well. Honestly, that should have been banned too, but it's a whole different can of worms. And we just killed this now with Facade and Texas. In will come the Alakazam, and my Kabu will kill that.
And Swellow was able to frag. That 5. Easy money. Oof, what a fight. It's a bit fucking easy once you've worked it out, but it's still really satisfying to see your plan go perfectly. Yeah, I'm pretty sure Taunt is like a really weird number of moves in Gen 3, right? Googling. Or is Gen 3 but where it's actually only 2 turns? Forget. Oh no, Taunt is only 2 turns in Gen 3. Honestly, they could have left Taunt in then. Yeah, it's only 2 turns, so basically you use it, they can't use the non-damaging move, and then the following turn they also can't use it, and then it runs out immediately. That's actually not that broken. Honestly, they could have given us that. Does no one get it? And no one gets it. Interesting. They even changed like the PP and everything. Huh. Strange. Weird that, yeah, I guess Encore feels more broken than Taunt, I have to say. Right. Oh god, it's the scary fight next, which I've also, like, my plan for is the most wishy-washy. Wait, my heart rate just spiked. Crikey. I actually felt it. Monka. This fight, I've spent several hours. I'll be the first to say it. Spent several hours on the fight. And it's still shaky. I just could not work it out, like, cleanly. And Rorsko also just straight up not planning for the fact that I could crit on turn 1. And therefore the whole line is, like, out of sync. Blaziken, Primeape, Blastoise. How's my Blastoise XP? You must be getting pretty high, no? I don't think you're coming for any other fights, are you? No, not coming to anything after this. So it's fine if you overlevel. Oh, right, no, I kept him at 69 for the previous one. That's fine then. Blastoise, Mischievous, Gengar, Mawile. Mawile is really close to overlevel. Nice, half XP. So we're going to put the XP shout on the Mawile. Mawile probably overlevel as a result, but like I really can't afford like my Blaziken, my Mischievous, or my Gengar to overlevel. Really. Okay. So we take everything to 70 still. I really need like all the levels I can get on this fight because this is the worst of the lot. 70 on Chicken with Lum item. I've written XP share on Primeape, but I'm actually just going to give it a Lumberry, I think. And put the XP share on Mawile. Blastoise is Citrus pre-sleep. And then both Mischievous and Gengar are Citrus Berry. And then, yeah, XP share on Mawile. So, I said pre-sleep on Blastoise. Right? And then I need pre-damage on my lead Primeape. I've not written down how much pre-damage it is. I assumed I'd work it out when I got there. You need that much to be dead to that. And you need that much to be dead to that. So it's 140 HP. Alright, perfect. Oh, crikey, this fight. Don't like it. What moves do I have? I just need Shadow Ball, really. And Nightshade. And you have Shadow Ball and Nightshade, right? My plan does get... Oh, I've also got Psychic on Gengar, but that's fine. I've got that written down. So, yeah. My plan towards the end of this fight gets really wishy-washy because I just don't know what the be because it can be a bit too random. God, I fucking hate this. we're gonna exploit something. Dude, I've been saying wishy-washy so much recently. What the hell? What has gone on with my diction, man? My vocab. So, I don't think there's much more I can do. I'm just trying to stall in any way possible. We're gonna try to exploit something quite interesting about the AI in the fight. I think I'll wait until the moment to explain it, because I also might end up being wrong. Extra awkward if I explain it at that point. But this fight is so evil. I really fucking hate this fight. And honestly, from like the clips I've watched over the last week of other people doing this fight, this is the one they struggle with them like consistently. It's just a really rough. And it's partly because this is like, again, it's one of the non-gimmick fights in this gym. So therefore it's just so much harder to resolve. 66, yeah. 140. Man, if something goes wrong in this gym, it'll be on this fight. Just want to let you. Top right, no way back. There's on the note, on the master sheet. Okay, I don't think we actually needed to do this if we're not planning on fighting those last two sets of trainers. This takes me back to here. I think we go top left, right? I think we will be ambushed as soon as we go in. Bisha. No, Lum, Citrus, X Bisha. And then pre-sleep and pre-damage. Christ. Man, I hope this goes well. I'm genuinely spooked. This is basically like the equivalent of that fucking... What is it? The... Noiva and Sylvion trainer in Run and Buns, Tate and Liza gym, where it's just like deceptively the fucking evilest fight in the game. This is close to that. Obviously it's different scales, right? But you know what I mean. Like, it kind of catches you off guard with how kind of cruel this fight is. God, I hope this goes well. This didn't take me where I was expecting to go. Maybe it's top right. Yeah, top right. And then it says no way back. What that means is that when I go through top right, I can't come back, right? Which means I have to fight the trainer, but I can come back after I fight the trainer. Okay. Step number 2. Yeah, can't come back. Alright. Send it. Apologies if ads come on during the fight. Just noticed that they're about to come on in a few minutes. So, like I said, it's kind of strange that this is a devious fight, but it is. So the whole idea of this fight is that you have, on the right side, you have Calm Mind Pokemon with really high natural SpDef, like Grumpig, Slowking, Hypno, all really high natural SpDef, and they all have Calm Mind. On the left-hand side, you have 3 Intimidators, right? One of which has Bulk Up. But yeah, it's 3 Intimidators, which reduce your physical attack, and then really high SpDef mons on the right, which then also further boost up. And that's why it's super, super scary. We want to stop this Grumpig from Calm Minding for as long as possible, whilst we sort of set ourselves up into the correct position, and then go from there. So we're going to Sky Uppercut this Gramble on turn 1. If this crits, the line is sort of funky, but I think recoverable. But ideally it doesn't crit and therefore doesn't kill, and we take this kill over 2 turns. And
No, yeah, we Scarper Cut. We don't Blaze Kick because Blaze Kick is a high crit move, and so therefore we'd be quite likely to crit it and kill it early. We also can't superpower because after 1 Intimidate, it's a range to kill, and so it would be nice if we could just kill it in 1 turn and superpower, but we just can't. With the Scarper Cut, we endure. So we're baiting both Psychic and Return from this Ground Ball at this HP. Please don't crit. Nice. There's the Psychic. You should see the Return after as well. So, what we can now do is take this kill on this Ground Ball as we switch Mawile into... switch Primeape into my Blastoise. This is one of the first bits where things can get a bit messy. Because this is now random move from the Grumpig, and it is Psychic, Fire Punch, or Thunder Punch. Thunder Punch is annoying. Fire Punch would be ideal. Thunder Punch crit is a real problem. But that's not going to happen. I've just said it out loud now, it's going to happen, isn't it? Psychic Spadef Drop is probably fine, I've not really thought about it. We take the kill, and then we see this Grumpig follow up next. This Grumpig is deceptively fast. I'm pretty sure it's timid, right? And Grumpig has a pretty high base speed, actually, base 80. But it's faster than you might think. Okay, we want to see no Thunder Punch, please. Okay, second Intimidate, it's fine. We're going to be switching out in a second. Psychic is mid-ground, that's fine, as long as it doesn't crit. Okay, that's okay. It's almost as much damage as Thunder Punch, to be fair. It doesn't make too much of it. But the perfect thing about this is that there's actually no kills being shown on the field right now. We're still at full HP, which means that this Grumpig doesn't see kill with Psychic. It's close, but it doesn't see kill. And the Hitmontop doesn't see kill either. And what that means is that the Hitmontop is always going to fake out, guaranteed, right? So the idea is to switch my untargeted Blaziken, well, I say untargeted, to switch my Blaziken out into my Mischievous, who will be immune to fake out, and we're going to fake out the Grumpig. My Blastoise is faster than the Hitmontop, so my fake out will go off first, right? Therefore, it kind of doesn't really matter who the Hitmontop targets with fake. We're going to stall this Grumpig for a turn. And it faked out into Mischievous. That's fine. So, what is going on now? So, again, there's no kills being shown anywhere on the... Right? What that means is because the Grumpig is at high HP, it's very, very likely to Calm Mind. The Hitmontop is very, very likely to Rock Tomb, because that's its coverage move, right? Into either slot, because both slots are faster, or Bulk Up. It's probably Rock Tomb, right? What we really, 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 really want to see is we'd like to see Rock Tomb into Blastoise. That is the best case scenario. Rock Tomb into Mischievous is annoying, right? But managed. So we're going to go Mischievous Shadow Ball into Grumpig. This will chip it. Mischievous isn't very strong in this game. It could kill with crit, in which case, I've not super thought out the line, but I imagine it's okay. We'll go Mischievous Shadow Ball into the Grumpig. We're faster. And I've got written down my notes, and I'm just going to fucking trust my notes. We're going to go into Mawile. This is because I want to get my Gengar in, but I also don't want it to be Rock Tombed on the switch in. Right, I want it to be faster. And going to Mawile has the added benefit of dropping the Intimidate onto the on top. So the problem is this Grumpig could Psychic Mischievous this turn. This is the risky turn, right? The real risky turn. I want to see Rock Tomb into Mawile, ideally. No crit, I guess, ideally. And Calm Mind, again, ideally. Calm Mind, perfect. Now Rock Tomb, the Mawile. Unlucky, okay. We endured on turn 1. Okay. This is okay. Should I have pre-damaged my Warwile? I'm thinking I maybe should have done. Or am I actually showing kill? Or is it showing kill? This is always seeing kill. Okay, that's interesting. So the idea was to switch Gengar in. Sorry, on the fly calcs. I know, I apologize. Okay. So +1 Fire Punch crit doesn't kill Gengar. However, it actually can't Rock Tomb into Morwell because I'm slower. So the only thing it could do, the Hitmontop could do into the Gengar is Brick Break, right? Which Gengar is immune to. But the problem is we're slower with Mizzy. Are we dead to Psychic Crit? We are dead to Psychic Crit. So if this is going to Psychic into Mischievous, we really need it to not crit. I don't know how likely it is to Calm Mind in this position. Oh, but no, wait, no, it can't Psychic into Mischievous because it sees a kill on Morwell. This was what I remember. I know. Yeah. So this is always Fire Punch into Morwell and Brick Break or Bulk Up. And we are slower now than the Grumpig, so it will attack first. There's the Fire Punch. I'm not pre-slept for some reason. Good shit, Miles. There's the Brick Break. Perfect. Okay. This is the position that we wanted. Is leaving this Hitmontop up. In comes the Slowking. So the reason we leave the Hitmontop up, and this is really, really interesting. So this Hitmontop set is Brick Break and Rock Tomb as its two attacking moves, Fake Out and Bulk Up, right? And so what you get is you get this really interesting situation where it can't Fake Out, it's already used it. It can't Brick Break because they're both ghost types. So all it can do is click Bulk Up or Rock Tomb. When my Pokemon are slower than him, right, it gets a -3 AI score to Rock Tomb, right? What that means is then Rock Tomb just straight up can't be clicked ever over Bulk Up. Currently my Mischievous is slower because it took a Rock Tomb, but my Gengar is faster, so it can Rock Tomb my Gengar. I need to check with the crit. I might be dead to crit, but basically once both my Pokemon are slower than him, both my Ghost types are slower than him, all it can do is click a Bulk Up until it sees a kill. Right? So we are going to use this opportunity to target down the right-hand side. We see double kill on both, so we need 2 turns so we can just double target down the right-hand side. Hopefully we have the time to do it. I don't know. I'm concerned if we get Rock Tombed on Gengar, we might start to get put into range of kill pretty soon. Shadow Ball plus Shadow Ball should kill this turn 1. We're still faster than both, even though we're -1. My Gengar is plus attack lonely. There's a Bulk Up. Okay. Interesting. I actually clicked Bulk Up over Rock Tomb, which is quite unlikely. So this Hitmontop is now at neutral attack and +1 defense, because we got an Intimidate down. We're not dead to crit. Crit is 96 on Gengar. Okay, this is now Hypno. Both of my Mons are faster than, right? Even though I'm at -1 on Mischievous, we're both faster. We can take the double kill with Shadow Ball. And I shouldn't be ever dead to crit. Nice damage. Bulk Up. Okay, you're now +1, +2. And it is a 2v1. Okay. This is ideal, basically. But not perfect quite yet. My Gengar is currently at risk. My Mischievous is not. Right? Because my Gengar is still faster than this thing, so it absolutely can Rock Tomb me. Which means I'm dead to crit. So I kind of need to get my Gengar the hell out of here. I think the idea is chip it with Mischievous and go more wild. And then go back into Gengar. Alright. I need to get my chicken out when this thing does. I can actually probably do this quite precisely with Nightshade, right? So Nightshade plus go to Morwile. This can only have a Rock Tomb Gengar or Bulk Up. There's the Rock Tomb on Gengar.
Okay. And now this is only ever Brick Break, Morwhile, or Bulk Up again. So we go... Brick Break. Nice. But I'm glad I'm actually understanding the AI at the moment. So now we take the kill with Gengar, because Gengar is faster. And we go Chicken. Take it with Psychic. And there's only one Mon in the back, and it's the Tyranitar, which also has Intimidate. I just got dunked on, what the fuck? What? What? I've never seen it do that. Why? Huh? So it what? So it switched out because it was faster, and I used a move which it has a resist to in the back and has a super effective move. So this was my Mizzy's Nightshade, which the Tyranitar resists, and the T-Tar has a super effective move on my Mizzy, which is Crunch. That's so funny. It doesn't change anything. Nice, thankfully enough. But I had no idea that. Dude, like, the thing is what we're on Tate and Liza's gym, right? I think up to this point, I've had maybe 2 or 3 mid-turn switch AIs proc, like 3, I think. It really doesn't do it very often in Gen 3. Yeah, I mean, we super fucking kill this through the Intimidate, like, don't you worry. So it doesn't change anything. Well, unfortunately, my Gengar is fast. So I should switch Gengar into Blastoise, because I've got a faster fake out. Blastoise. Dude, that's so... I had no idea that would happen. And it's funny that I Psychicked on the turn that it switched out to a Dark type as well. Like, I got, like, Turbo Rep. Yeah, I don't know. So that's Morwhile leveled up, that's fine. I actually did have you on my Tate and Liza team, which I guess that means you won't be getting sacked if something goes wrong, something else will. Bro, that's so funny, I had no idea that could happen. Okay, get me out of here. Two more. And they're both gimmick teams, so as long as I've understood them correctly, then we're okay. I have fucked up on this next team past those. So, 2 fights left before Tate and Liza, and they're both complete gimmick fights. Like, the gimmickiest of the gimmick fights in this game. So the first one is full Perish Trap. I hate this fight. Because it's really stupid. Is the main thing. So you have one side which has a Wobbuffet, a Dugtrio, and a Wynot. Basically 3 mons with trapping moves. And then on the other side you have a Lapras, a Mischievous, and a Wigglytuff. All of which know Perish Song, which is great and cool and awesome. We love that. And it would be really, really, really handleable, right? Just in general. Except for the fact that all 3 of the Perish Song mons have a Quick Claw and the move Rest, right? Which means at any point they can just Quick Claw the Perish Song, and so you can't kill it before they, get it off. Or they Quick Claw their Rest, so if you're planning on chipping it over 2 turns, they could Quick Claw or Rest mid-game. Fucking sucks, this fight. However, I'm pretty sure we have a clean line which handles no matter what bullshit can. Right. And it's actually, if I remember right, this looks like a pretty fun line, actually. I'm pretty impressed with this one. Good shit, Miles. So, we're going to lead Mischievous and Absol. These are my guys for breaking this fight. We're then bringing Primeape and Exeggutor in the back. That's all I have. It's all that should come out in this fight. It's Primeape and Exeggutor.
Is that right? Oh, yeah, this line is super cool. I remember now. Right. Who is it? It's Primate Eggy. So Absol, Eggy, Primate. Both of these always bathe. Yeah, dude, this line is actually pretty sick. So, as long as the Wobbuffet doesn't encore on any turn, that might be a bit awkward if it does. I don't know if it will. I guess it might. I don't know. But I have sort of planned a little bit just in case that it does. I think we should probably bring something like Blaziken, which can do a shit ton of damage in the back, plus something sackable, basically, which I'll give the XP. I guess Pillar Swine is probably #1 option there. But if everything goes to plan, I think this is a really sick line, but that's just me. So Citrus on you. Citrus on you. Lum, I guess, on Primate. And we'll go Citrus on you. Pump level 70 on Eggy. Okay. Pillar Swine. Okay. So the only thing we need to do a couple things. First, we need to pre-damage Primate to 1 HP so that he's always in like 1 HP level. That was a really great way of describing that one, Miles. Good shit. And then we need to teach skill swap. So we're teaching my skill swap TM. You only get one. I'm going to teach him to my Mizzy. This is going to be used quite a few times. I've already got it in at least 2 lines that I've already planned out. And we'll probably use him a few other times in rain sections. But we're going to teach skill swap to Mizzy. And get rid of Pain Split. Well, you need to keep Nightshade for this fight. I can't have to. And you always keep Shadow Ball Hyper Voice. So skill swap was one of the changes. Wait, I'm on the wrong patch. Yeah. Basically, I can only ever click skill swap once because in the updated patch, which I will usually play on, which I usually don't play on, I should say, it's only got 1 PP skill swap. So I can only ever click it once in a fight, and I'm technically playing with the new patch at that point. Right. There's just not the quality of life stuff on the new patch, so I just don't generally play on it where it doesn't make a difference. Most of the changes are just the skill swap change and the Elite Four. Other than that, it doesn't too many changes. So yeah, there's my skill swap invested on Mizzy. Calc. So this should now be set up and ready to go, right? I have skill swap, I have Nightshade. Then on Absol, I have Superpower. Shadow Ball. Oh, yep. And then you've got Endure, Endeavor, and back. We'll probably go Lum on Primate, on Executor, I'm thinking instead. I don't think it actually makes a difference, but as well. And then it's the XP share down here. Okay. So, cool fight. Well, not cool fight. Shit fight, but cool line. I do say so myself. What am I doing here? I do this, don't I? Okay, then... then this. There you go, child puzzle solved.
God, I hope this works. Does it always bring in that mon? Yeah, okay, the baiting should work as well. And I don't take too much recoil, do I? Super power. I shouldn't do. Yeah, not with, yeah, extra chip from Mischievous, it should be fine. God, I hate this fight so much. I have trauma on this fight, is all. I've completely fucked up in the past, so yeah. God, okay, the way that this can go wrong from my line is if the Wobbuffet on the right clicks Encore at any point and locks me into a move I don't want it to lock me into. I think there's a chance it can do it, but basically when a Pokemon has both Miracle and Counter on the same set, they're so likely to click it. Although technically leading a Dark type and a Ghost type makes that a bit less likely. They can't Miracle Absol Counter for this. I guess there's a chance it could Encore, and I... Wait, if the user will move after the target -2. Okay, so it shouldn't be able to Encore. It basically only ever Encores if it's faster. Okay, that's fine then. We should be fine then. God, still, I hope this goes right. Mischievous Absol. Kill swap. Nightshade. Make sure I don't walk up after this fight. So, this is a Perish Trap battle, right? You have on one side Trappers, which is the Wobbuffet. There's also a Dugtrio and a Wynot in the back. And on the other side you have Perish Song users. The Wobbuffet is basically a standard Wobbuffet set. It's like Lum, Encore, Miracle, Destiny Bond, Counter. We're going to ignore it. Basically, it's just here to trap us. It will probably spam Miracle and Counter the entire time. So if we just ignore it, it doesn't matter. Can't do anything. The Lapras, as well as all of the 3 Mons in the back, which are a Mischievous and a Wigglytuff, all of them only have 3 moves. They all only have Perish Song, Sleep Talk, and Rest, right? Which is really annoying because, yeah, like, even if you get it to rest, all it can do is click Sleep Talk and then click Perish Song again, because that's the only other move. They also all have a Quick Claw, which means basically on every single turn there's a 20% chance that I could just have Perish Songs get set up on me. The whole idea of my line is that I can deal with the entire right-hand side within 3 turns, and therefore be able to switch out, right? This is the idea. So, on turn 1, we're going to superpower the Lapras, and we're going to Nightshade to do some consistent damage through the Lapras. What this means is that this is just enough HP gets dealt with Nightshade so that superpower is a guaranteed kill. This thing's like a shell armor. You can never crit to get out of it. We superpower the Lapras, we'll take a shit ton of recoil, but it shouldn't be too much. And we'll Nightshade it as well, right? If it Quick Claws, it will go for Perish Song. Okay, no Quick Claw. Honestly, that gives us so much more time that this thing didn't Quick Claw. It would, if this thing Quick Claw Perish Songs me on turn 1, then I absolutely have to have gotten everything correct. But this means that even if I fuck something up slightly, I should be okay. Okay. Yep, it just... I think it counted on Mirror Code, right? It's one of those two. This is now Mischievous. So again, all this thing has Perish Song, Sleep Talk, Rest. The idea of what I'm going to do, I'm going to, on this turn, with my Mischievous, I'm going to skill swap the Wobbuffet, right? This will give me Shadow Tag and it Levitate. Therefore, I will be able to switch out again, basically. Okay? My Absol is slower than their Mischievous, which means that Quick Claw will never come into play, and this thing will always Perish Song. The reason this was important is if the Lapras on turn 1 got Quick Claw Perish Song, right? If I was then faster and trying to chip this Mischievous, it could like Quick Claw Rest and Quick Claw, it could do all sorts of weird. Whereas this is now a lot more consistent. This Mischievous will always set up Perish Song this turn, and then I'll kill it, right? And we're going to skill swap the Wobbuffet.
as the Perish Song. So old strategies for this fight used to revolve around constantly skill swapping with Mischievous, or a different one of your mons, and constantly trading skill like Shadow Tag between your mons, and then gradually working your way through the fight. But with only 1 PP on skill swap, we can't do that anymore. Okay. This is now the Wigglytuff, the last mon. Okay. We kill this Wigglytuff with Absol. Superpower always kills. And the amount of recoil it does is 97 HP, right? So yeah, we're safe from recoil killing us. We'll get put to 5 HP recoil, but that's fine. Is this going to work exactly as I planned? I didn't think about the fact that it probably wouldn't set up Perish Song turn 1. I was kind of hoping on the Wob effect killing itself at the end of the next turn from Perish Song, but that's not actually going to happen, because it'll take 1 more turn for that to happen. Interesting. What's the right play then on this turn exactly? What is this Wigglytuff doing? Is it the right play to stall a turn? How can I even stall a turn? I could Shadow Ball the Wigglytuff and Shadow Ball the Wigglytuff. All the Wigglytuff could do is... Yeah, I didn't think about this fact. Yeah, that Perish Song would be 1 turn out of sync. I hope the Wob effect would die at the end of next turn, but it actually be the turn after that. Yeah, I have to stall a turn, I think. What's the Wigglytuff going to do? It's going to click rest and it will fail, right? Yep. Mirror Coat, yep. Perish count falls to 2. Okay, stalled turn successfully. The idea here is now we can stall a turn with Mizzy, right? Or do we need to chip it with Absol? Or do we need to chip it for Absol to kill? We don't need to chip it. So, but we might as well. It means Absol takes less recoil. Actually, we can't. We don't have a move to chip it with. Okay, it doesn't matter then. But Absol's safe from recoil. It's 97 recoil always. Okay, no Quick Claw again. Superpower. This will kill guaranteed. My HP bar will get scarily low. Yep, always safe. Now it's 1 turn left, right? Okay. This is the position I was expecting, right? So what the cool thing is here is that I already have skill swapped Shadow Tag off of this Wob effect. I have Shadow Tag. What that means is that the Wob effect would want to switch out. Maybe it can because of Levitate. Can it switch out because of Levitate? Fuck it, I don't know. Because it's got Levitate, right? So maybe it's... No, Levitate doesn't affect Shadow Tag. I'm being a fucking idiot. I'm overthinking the fucking way, all the way back. Okay. This can't switch out, which means it has to die on this turn, but I can switch out because I'm the one with Shadow Tag. Yeah, exactly. So what I can do is I can just switch to my Primeape and my Exeggutor, and it will die from Perish Song because it can't switch out. And it dies. Perfect. This was the position I wanted. This always baits in the why not. And I can do something really cool here, where I am pre-damaged to 1 HP. Both of my mons are faster. My Primeape is faster than my Exeggutor. I can Endeavor and Psychic. Nice. This why not is stupid bulky. It's level 100, so it's actually really fucking hard to one-shot. Like, my Armaldo, for instance, with Exeter doesn't come close to one-shotting it. Perfect. Now it's just the Dougie. All this thing has is Ancient Power. That's the only attacking move it has. We're at 1 HP, so we're always showing it a kill with Ancient Power. We can endure. Could it have Quick Claw? No, it's not Quick Claw. All of the mons on this side are Leftovers and Lumberry. The Quick Claws are on the other side. So we're going to endure on the Ancient Power. Even if the Ancient Power gets an Omni boost, Egg Bomb is a guaranteed one-shot. No Omni Boost, shame. And that's riskless. Oof. Dude, yeah, I just had never clocked the fact that, oh yeah, like, what if it doesn't set up Perish Song on turn 1? It's a good thing that technically my line forced it to set up Perish Song on turn 2, because I'm actually not sure how I would have killed that Wolf. I guess I could have done it with, like, Endeavor Psychic or with these two, and it would have been the same. Like, it wouldn't have... I could have just gone to those two and just Endeavor Psychic, yeah, so... Maybe it was safe either way. But yeah. I think it's quite cool that, like, you can skill swap Shadow Tag onto yourself and therefore force it to stay in as the timer runs out on Perish Song. Like, you get it to kill itself in a way. Like, usually it will always switch out at the end of Perish Song, like it does no. But I wouldn't let it. Would not let it. Okay, one more fight and then Tate and Liza. One more. So the gimmick of this fight is 3 ghost types on one side, all of which know Imprison and Shadow Ball, which means that you can't then use a Pokemon with Shadow Ball to kill those mons with Shadow Ball, right? And on the other side, it's 3 Explosion mons. Very cool, love that. We have a bit of a cheeky plan. It's perfectly fine within my rule set, but it is a little bit cheeky, if I have to say so myself. The plan is Golem Cast Form as the lead, with Mischievous and Gengar in the back. I think there are risks on this one, right? And I hope that they don't happen, because both my Gengar and my Mischievous are really important. But there's definitely risks. There's definitely a risk on this one. I think I can explain it when it comes to it. They should be these 3. We'll probably then just go like Slowbro, I think. No, something which is good into types is... So like... Well, it can't be normal dark type. All these things have Brick Break. Probably Mence then, right? Yeah, it's probably Mence. And then a big speed dump. So Pillar Swine, you've been doing a great job. Keep it up, man. So, take my Golem and my Cast Form to level 70. So, Golem is Soft Sand. My Cast Form is the XP share, actually, what I've written down, but it's fine. Pillar Swine's got it, man. You don't need to. And then it's Citrus on both of these two. I need to teach Psychic to my Mischievous, I think. No, I don't. I'm keeping Nightshade. Keeping Nightshade. That was an old plan. So I keep Nightshade, keep Skill Swap. You need Psychic, which you do have. I could teach you Shadow Ball, I guess. I don't think I need to, though. And you have Earthquake, right? So I need to pre-damage my Cast Form to 62. I've got written down. I'm just going to double check that in the calc. Cast Form, Brick Break. I need to be dead to Brick Break. Gengar. 62 HP. Okay. The other thing we're going to do, and this is the cheeky thing, is that we're going to edge my Golem. Right? We just like him that much, you know? He deserves it. He's had a tough day, you know? Just stop saying that, Miles. Anyway, we're edging my Golem, which is what I've just done. What this means is that you'll get a level up mid-turn, turn 1. Which is really important for us. And I'll explain in a bit. So, double checking everything. So you're edged nicely. You just need to be pre-damaged to 62, right? Yep. And then you need Psychic, Nightshade, Shadow Ball. And then
We should just sweep from there. I think this is... maybe this is more riskless. No, I remember where the risk is. There is a little bit of risk. And honestly, if it happens, I don't know what I'm going to do, but we'll cross that bridge. I don't think it will happen. I think it's really unlikely. Okay. So I think this should work. But yeah. There's a few things about this which make... yeah, this should work. Okay. You're edged. You're not. Okay, so the leads on this fight are Electrode and Gengar. The Electrode is choice band with only explosion, so it's forced to explode on turn 1. The Gengar has Shadow Ball and Brick Breaker as 2 attacking moves, and then it has Protect and Imprison. We're going to prevent it from clicking anything other than Brick Break on turn 1 by leading with a pre-damaged Cast Form, which always baits Brick Break, because it's either kill. So, pre-damaged, off sand, edged, Izzy, Gengar. Okay. God, I hope I've done this correctly. So, like I said, lead, Electrode, Gengar. So this Electrode is the fastest thing on the field, and it has Explosion with Choice Band. This does a shit ton of damage. The idea here is to bait a Brick Break into the Cast Form slot, so the Gengar is always going for Brick Break, and it's also Explosion from the Electrode. What that means is my Cast Form can switch into the Mischievous and be immune to both, right? The Electrode will die. Looking at both my Golem and my Mischievous, right? What should be sent in after the Electrode, it's always the Metagross, right? Always the Metagross being sent in after. What that means is that we're going to then Earthquake it as it switches in. The Electrode dying will give Golem a level up to level 71, which is technically above the cap, but I can use him for the rest of the fight. This level up makes Earthquake a guaranteed kill instead of a raid. This is the cheeky thing that I'm doing in this fight, is that I'm kind of going above the level cap, but within the rule set of, you know, you're allowed to use it for the rest of the fight, then it over levels in, it's technically allowed. We're going to Earthquake, and we're going to switch to... I'm never dead to Explosion crit. It's very close, but I'm not. It's not running valid, this is within the rules. This is even in the Plat Kaizo rule set. This is the rules. There's the level up. Show me Metagross. There you go. Now Earthquake is a guaranteed kill. Didn't need that crit, but it's appreciated nonetheless, Golem. Okay, this is now Snorlax. All Snorlax has is Choice Band self-destruct, so again, all this is doing is self-destruct. So the risk is on this turn, is what is the Gengar doing on this turn? It doesn't see a kill. Shadow Ball into my Mischievous isn't a kill. It's 80 to 94%, so it's not a kill. However, there is Imprison AI, which basically says, hey, if it's not turn 1, which is weird, like that's a strange AI pattern. If it is not turn 1, there is a 60% chance of getting a +2 score, which means 60% of the time this is always Imprison, and the remaining 40% of the time it's 50-50 Imprison Shadow Ball. But even then it could Brick Break into my Gengar slot instead of Shadow Balling into my Mischievous. So ultimately it's not that likely that it's going to Shadow Ball into Mischievous, but if it does Shadow Ball, crit will kill. Right? That's the sitch. So we're gonna switch my Golem into the Gengar, catch the self-destruct, and ideally we won't get Shadow Ball crit into my Mischievous. We're gonna chip this Gengar with. Please don't Shadow Ball crit. Please don't Shadow Ball crit. Chip it with Nightshade. Imprison. Perfect. And now self-destruct. Okay. Super likely to happen, but from what I can understand with the AI, that just wasn't guaranteed. So yeah, the risk was there. Okay, nearly clicked through. So currently Shadow Ball is imprisoned on the field, so I can't use Shadow Ball on either of my mons. What's nice though is my Gengar is the fastest thing in the field, and I can kill after Nightshade chip Psychic. And then I can chip the incoming Dusclops Nightshade. This can happen too. It doesn't change it. The Gengar is slower than my Gengar though. So. This is Dusclops. This thing is turbo bulky. 2 Shadow Balls, one from my plus attack Gengar and one from my Mischievous, don't even come close to killing this thing with Leftovers Recoil. But with Nightshade chip as it comes in, Shadow Ball plus Nightshade again is a... As you can see, we really did need that. It was genuinely very close. It's like 108% minimum, 106% minimum, something like that. And then all that's left in the back is their Mischievous, which is slower than both of my Pokemon, question mark. I did check this. Sure I did. Easily. And Imprison is now gone, so we can... Bro, could you not? If these things were Quick Claw, that would be really evil. That would make this fight so much harder. Because it could just Quick Claw Imprison you before you attack. Honestly, it probably deserved that. The fight's not that bad. Quick Claws on that would make it way more interesting. I would complain, don't get me wrong, but would be a bit more of a challenge. Yeah, easy fucking peasy, boys. Tate and Liza acquired. Wait, acquired? They're children, don't they? Tate and Liza approached. No, reached. There you go. Nice. I'm so glad we're here because we have such a riskless strat for this, and it is really cool as well. I love my line for this. I will say it's not particularly it's not particularly unique and innovative. I've seen it done by others, but it's a cool line. I think the way I've made it completely riskless is cool. It involves an extra sack, but it is cool. So we're leading Gengar, and we're leading Mischievous again. Our 2 boys, love them. We're then bringing Sharpedo, Slowbro, Blaziken, and it was going to be Morwile, but it doesn't actually matter. Whoever this is never. Slowbro, Sharpedo. This is why we needed to not overlevel Sharpedo on the first fight, which we managed to do. Blaziken, and then I guess it doesn't matter. We'll bring Walrein, because I love him. Big Sphere. He's not come enough to these gym fights, or at all. He should have. This is my way of honoring him. So, items. Actually, I have to do something first. 1 second. We need to go put Explosion on Gengar. You can only scale Explosion on Haunter, not Gengar. So we're going to have to use the Explosion Tutor for this, but we shouldn't need it for anything else. Where is the Explosion Tutor? I know it's in Pacific Log. Right? Explosion Tutor inside the Pokemon Center. There you go.
for Nightshade. Cool. And now we'll go to Lily Cove. And just for the fucking culture. Shadow Ball removed. Sludge Bomb removed. Psychic. Now that's a moveset. I wonder what we're going to do with him in this fight. Dude, it's actually kind of sad. I spent a fair amount of time trying to come up with a different line for this that doesn't sack my Gengar. Because this Gengar is fucking sick, man. Like, these IVs are crazy good. Really good speed, lonely, 23 attack, 18 special attack. Like, this thing's really fucking good. I don't want to have to lose this, but I couldn't find anything which is, like, riskless and also doesn't, like, my voice was doubling. What do you mean by that? Am I getting, like... Is the mic, like, fucking up a little bit? Is that what you mean by that? If there is any mic issues, feel free to let me know at any point. Because I would rather sort it out than have it be a problem, you know? Oh, just in clip editing. Right, I see what you mean. Anyway, back here, so... Get Mischievous back out. So, we're exploding Gengar. Thankfully, because this guy is lonely 23 attack, he does not need a damage boost. We can just give him a heart scale because we love him. The remaining items, though, they do matter. Lumberry, Mischievous. Lumberry, Slowbro. Lumberry, Sharpedo. XP share on Blaziken. This is really important. And we'll go Heart Scale on Walrein too, why not? Because we love him so much, you know? So I need to pre-damage my Blaziken to 68 HP. Right? In fact, we'll probably go a bit lower just so that we're super safe, because we are getting a level up in mid-fight. So that we're in Blaze. And we need to pre-damage... Well, I've got pre-damage on Morwell written down, but Morwell's not even fucking coming to this fight anymore. Do I need pre-damage on anything else? Does Sharpedo need pre-damage? This will be a pretty explosive fight. It actually does need pre-damage. Does it? No, I don't think it does. Because you're taking a fake out, right? You don't need the pre-damage. I think you go Citrus then on Sharpedo. Yeah. We're going Mischievous slot 1 is what it says. Right. Which baits Metacham. Okay. Slowbro, you're really doing fucking nothing in this fight. I have to say, you're just here. The moral support as well. Everyone else is doing all of the fucking work in this fight. You're just sitting on your fucking shit ass. I'm watching everyone else do all the work. But, you know, whatever. You get to be on the team, I guess. Okay, and we're going to edge. Alright, Tate and Liza time, boys. Lock in. Lock the fuck in. I'm just going to do it. Plan is set. Let's roll with it. God, I hope this works. I think it does, and the line is really sick. I don't know. Like I've said, it's not a uniquely made by me lock. I've seen something very similar to this done before. For anyone who hasn't seen it before, it is very cool. If I was more unscrupulous, I would claim that I came up with this all by myself, but
I like to be honest with y'all. In Towers line? What do you mean by that? I'm not sure I know what you mean with that. It's not... Oh, you mean the double boom line. I was looking at the double boom line. That's where you lead Gengar plus Cloyster. And, yeah, boom your Gengar, and your Cloyster has Shell Armor and can never die. And then it stays turn 1, and then you boom again, right? Yeah. I was looking at that, but 1, I wanted to keep my Cloyster. And 2, it was actually kind of awkward, because if my Gengar went above level 69, I would start to show killing ranges on my own Cloyster with Explosion, because basically I've got a really high attack Gengar and a really low defense Cloyster. So it was actually like it was quite close and tight, but I was able to come up with a cooler line. I've seen this line be used before by, I think Wolfie used something similar. I can't remember who. I definitely don't need damage boost, right? Right? Yeah, I'm good. Okay. Tate and Liza. Don't blink, you'll probably miss this fight. That goes to you too, Tate and Liza. Do I need black glasses on my Sharpedo? Oh, right. No. Okay. Mizzy, Gengar, Slowbro, Sharpedo, Blaziken, 3 damaged with XP share to be an Overgrow. Overgrow? What the fuck am I talking about? Blaze. Yeah, just pause, man. Pause the RPG. And then Walrein is here for moral support, and so that all of you remember to make him shiny after this fight. Let's go in. God, I hope this works. Tate, Liza. I hope you're ready. Latias and Latios. Buddy, I'm gonna let you in on a little fucking secret here. You're not gonna be able to make Sharpedo shiny after this one. I'm just gonna let you in on. That's not gonna happen. So, turn 1, Latias, Latios. We have a fast and really strong Gengar, which means that we are able to explode and guaranteed kill both the Latias and the Latios first. What will then happen? So I will have just Mizzy on the field in slot 1. There'll be nothing else on the field at all, as I've just exploded and killed both of them. The first thing that will happen is they will then send in slot 1 themselves. All they have to look at is my Mischievous, right? And so they will send in Medicham. I will then send in my next Pokemon, and then they'll send in their Pokemon as well, right? This is why it's Slowbro, because therefore Slowbro actually sent out the correct mod on the slot 2 at the end of the turn. I am pretty sure. Double checking. God, I hope it does. Yes, it does. Yeah, guaranteed. So, what are we doing? Gengar is going to explode and kill both the Latios and Latios. What we're going to do is we're going to skill swap slot 1. And what that means is that the Medicham will come in and we will skill swap Pure Power off of their Medicham. Show me Medicham. Slot 1. We up the death count mid-fight. 1. Thank you for your service, Gengar. It was spectacular. We get level up on Mizzy, and we get level up on Chicken. Okay, it should be their slot 1 comes in next. Medicham. Nice. Now I send in my slot 2, Slowbro. And they send in their slot 2. And looking at both Mizzy and Slowbro, this is always God. And we skill swap Pure Power off of the Medicham. So now we have a Pure Power boosted
Mischievous, and the Medicham has Levitate, and it doesn't have its doubled attack stat. Sick. So what does that mean we can do? This Medicham doesn't see any kills on the field right now because we got rid of its pure power, right? What that means is that this Medicham is guaranteed to fake out, and it has to fake out exactly the Slowbro slot because I have a ghost type on that. We are faster than Gardevoir, and because we have pure power, Shadow Ball is a guaranteed one. Slowbro into Sharpedo, Shadow Ball kills the Gardevoir. Fake out Sharpedo, it'll take a bit of rough skin damage. Oh, it doesn't. Why did it not take rough skin damage? Is fake out not a contact move? Really? Interesting. Okay, doesn't matter. Okay, this damage on Sharpedo is actually really important. We could have pre-damaged otherwise, but we take that into account. This now brings in the Starmie. I have a really fast Sharpedo, it's 31 speed RV. Both my Mischievous and my Sharpedo outspeed and kill. With a double up, this Starmie. What? Wait. Hang on. Wait. All is good. I just had my fucking line completely fucking wrong. I'm a terrible performer, by the way. So, reset. What do we actually do? This Starmie sees a kill in one position and one position only. It sees a kill into my Sharpedo with Thunderbolt, nothing else. Bro, I was so far wrong with my line in my head. My Mischievous can outspeed and kill this Medicham with Shadow Ball with pure power, right? Guaranteed. My Sharpedo is going to chip their Starmie with Crunch. Okay. Crunch can kill with crit, but that does not save Sharpedo's life. That is the honest to God truth here. It just stalls it for one turn. Sharpedo, you have been sick, bro. You've been really fucking impressive. And I'm sorry I had to let you go this way. You saved yourself on fucking Maxie, right? Like, that Maxie fight was fucking sick from you. You absolutely nailed that shit. You do have to go. Yeah, completely risk getting Liza. Thank you for coming. Crit was not necessary. In comes the Jirachi. This Jirachi is the whole reason why you have to be super fucking careful in this. No crit. Thanks for coming, Sharpedo. Now what do? We bring in Chicken. And that's checkmate. Because all we do is Mischievous Shadow Ball, kills the Starmie, and in I keep calling it fucking Overgrow. What is wrong with me? In Blaze, with the level up, at 71 precisely, we outspeed this Jirachi, and in Blaze, we kill it with Blaze Kick. Shadow Ball, Starmie, Blaze Kick, and that's game. 1 down, 2 down. G fucking G. Woo! Bam 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 bam. Oh, that feels fucking good. 7 badges, baby. Clean as a fucking whistle. Oh, the fact that like all of my lines were actually correct and it worked for all these 7 fights is so reassuring. Well, I mean, it's a new version of the game, so I've never been this far in 1.1. Like, this is like my first runs of 1.1. I have been to Victory Road before, basically, on the original EK. I've never beaten it though. Yeah. It's not quite PB, but I have been here. Urshifu time. Woo! Are we gonna get water or are we gonna get dog? What do we think?
Man, I can't wait to click Surging Strike. Gengar, Broski, you were sick. What a performance. I do, however, need that hot skill. And Sharpedo. Honestly, man, even better performance. You were so good. Like, that performance on Maxie was, like, one for the age. And Walrein. Let's have that hot skill back, shall we? So, I have unlocked the redeem for a new shiny. There is only one answer I will be accepting, though, however. So. New gym badge, new shiny. I'd like to see the redeem made. And if I don't, I will cry. Well, if I don't, Hendo will do it. I trust Hendo. I just beat Tate and Liza, Alex. You missed it. Man. Did any mons die? Hell yeah, a couple mons died. Couldn't have done it without him, though. Honestly, what a sacrifice. Gengar, Sharpedo. It was fireworks. That's what it was. It was fucking fireworks. But it was intentional. But we're past Tate and Liza. 7 badges acquired. Space Center time. Nice. Update stream title time. In fact. Space Center. Is it ER or RE? It's ER. I'm really warm. So, it's now technically time to level up all my Pokemon, which I fucking hate. I hate this part of the game. Bruce, what are we making shiny, man? And there is, like I said, there is only one correct answer. Hendo has been asking for, like, at this point, weeks, but technically a couple streams for it. Ah, oh, thank the Lord. Big Steel. Time to become your true final form. Hell yeah. Hell fucking yeah. Alright. EK Hexing, BRB, BRB. Oh, he's so beautiful. What a fantastic shiny too. Now the emote is wrong. We need a shiny Big Sphere, do we? Wailord. You were very tempted to click Walrein. Well, thank God that you were, buddy. Oh. Slow it down. Get the music on for the big reveal. Oh, what a shiny. Oh, sorry about that noise I just made. Holy. Oh. Goated shiny. Look at him. Beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. Anyway. Okay, level up time. Gotta hate this part. So, I don't fully know what levels to go. I think it's probably 75 on most. The next cap is level 77. It's probably 75 on most. It probably is just your stream. Like, it's fine on mine. Did you miss it all because your stream is frozen? No. Maybe just refresh the page? I don't know. The pink boy. Admire him in all of his glory. in all of his beautiful glory. And that's a big spiel. Yeah, I'm thinking 75 on most. And then, like, everyone I think I get a decent amount of use out of, probably go a bit lower. I need to get some rare candies in this thing, huh? Up in here. Alright. Did I sell them here? Wait, have I got... Why can I only buy 72? What's going on? Is it because I've got shit in my bag that I need to sell? That's really weird. Get rid of some useless items. I think most of my items at this point are actually not useless. There you go. Dude, the bag cap in Gen 3 is actually criminal. Like, there's like genuinely space in them. Alright. Cool. So I'm thinking 74 on useful mons, 75 on not useful mons, basically. That should be pretty okay. So we have multiple rain splits coming up. So I might keep my grass types at 74 as well. Also, all my swift swimmers should be at 74. We don't need to level up primate at all, actually. Surely that improves the gameplay experience for the players to have such a limited bag space. To be fair, I will give them credit. Like, Gen 3, like, Emerald especially, is packed full of stuff. So much in this game. Like, the code is so full of shit. You know? That, you know, gotta give them some credit. Dude, this Poliwrath is shit. You can go 75. Kingdra's probably 74. I don't have a Quagsire in this run, which is definitely a touch spooky. Starmie, you're going to 76 because I'm using you on base tag at 77. You can go a bit higher. Yeah, like, so much is in this game that, like, you don't think is in this game. Like, I mean, the Battle Frontier itself is absolutely packed with content in Gen 3. Like, so much content. Like, so much of, like, the game's, like, space is, like, dedicated to, like, so much information and, like, data for the Battle Frontier. I mean, it would be more... I just went 76. Whoops. Sorry, Absol. It would be more impressive if, like, more people actually used the Battle Frontier. Yeah, with the storage limitation, especially because everything it's 32 megabytes, right? That's the entire of the file size of Emerald, right? And even then, like, that's just the limit. But people have, like, they actually only used like 16 or something gigabytes. Right? Like, they even didn't even come close. They could have fit a bunch more, I think, if they knew how to. If they knew how to expand it, but they didn't at the time know how to expand it, right? I don't fully know how to explain it properly, but, like, they only used 16 megabytes, I think, because they thought that was the limit. But, like, there's technical ways to make it actually 32, which is how, like, all the decomp stuff has happened, right? Because they were able to find a way to make double the amount of space inside the game. Rally's, I'm actually going to go 73 in Rally. I think Rally is probably the mod I'll get the most use out of on this. Like, Swift Swim Rally in all of these rain splits with, like, the crazy stats I've got on this guy, like, it probably is going to be the one I'll use the most.
Blastoise can go pretty high too, right? Because you're coming to Space Center as well. Muck can go pretty high because you're being exploded on Archie is the current plan. Wait. I wasn't supposed to level him up that high. I think it's 76. I need to keep Muck under 77, right? So 76. That is the level. Just need to double check this. Muck. 76, right? It's fine that you're at 75. Yeah, it's 76. Okay, so I mustn't level up Muck above 76. Tenza could be used a fair bit too. I think we'll go 74. Probably 74 on Krill as well. Alright. Loser box time. Sorry, Zam, that I'm calling you a loser. That's probably the harshest loser of the lot is Zam. All of these are at least 75. Like, Zam has actually done a couple things. I'm not sure what they were, but I think he's come to a couple fights. Wob. Wait, I just put Mantine in the wrong box. He just snuck into the wrong box. Get back here. You fucking loser. Alright. Yeah, let's level up. Oh, Lantern, you probably shouldn't go in the loser box anymore. Now that it's the rain split, like, thinking about it, you're definitely not a loser. You have earned promotion, buddy. God, I hate Lantern, but like, I think he's probably going to get amount of use now that we're on the rain splits. Alright, cool. So I have plans for, I think most of Space Center already written up. So I'll probably do a few this evening. I'm not sure how far I'll go through them. But we do have plans, so it should be okay. I'm going to start by taking a quick break though. Take a couple minutes. Chill out a bit. And then I'll be back. And yeah, yo, did we talk about XP I can't go, as it turns out. Which I am, yeah, not thrilled about. So I was just away this week, as I've said. I was away this week for a PhD training week. So I have to do these as a part of my first year of my PhD. I have to attend a certain number of hours of mandatory training, and the way it kind of works for my university is I go away to these training weeks. This one was in Nottingham, right? So I had to go away and do like a week of lectures on statistics, basically. The next one I have to do, the final one, is in Durham, and it is from the Monday to the Friday, the week of XP, right? So the Friday that XP starts is the Friday I'm still in Durham, right? I could technically finish on the Friday in Durham and then have to travel all the way back to the southwest and then travel all the way back to London, then fly to Hamburg and get there maybe Saturday lunchtime. It's mandatory. This is mandatory PhD training. I have to do it. Yeah. But the thing is even if I'm not there, there is a conference those exact same days that I would be expected to be attending instead anyway. Right? But I can't attend the conference because I'm already on PhD training. So even if the PhD training fell through or I stopped going for some reason, I would go to that conference instead. So I just yeah. XPevo is just cooked. It's also the fact that like I finish on the Friday, so technically I could probably, if I wasn't in such a fucking awful location, I could probably make it there for Friday night, right? There are lectures on the Friday, yep. But it's the fact that I'm in fucking Durham, which is the other end of the country, which means I just can't get anywhere. I just can't get anywhere, like, in time. Like, I'm not going to take everything that I need for the entire week to XP Evo with me. Like, it's just not feasible. But, like, yeah, but I'll have all my stuff that I need for the entire week of Durham, right? No, I can't do it. It's just too much stuff. Yeah, I don't really care. I can't compete anyway if I'm not there on the Friday, right? So it doesn't matter. Wouldn't be able to practice either because I've been in Durham for the week before. So I don't know. Just can't be bothered at this point, really. I don't know. I think I've been scaling down my Trackmania play anyway recently. I can only see that continuing in that trend. We'll see. We'll see what Cuppen brings, and then maybe Vertigo. See if they reignite the fire. We didn't start the fire. Sorry. See if it reignites the fire. I don't know. Just not been playing very much recently. Don't have the time. Anyway. I'm not lost. I'll try to play. I still like playing dirt and shit, and I want to map. I still want to continue to map. That's probably what I will do. In the fire that SMS put out is 100% accurate. Yeah. But I want to map. I want to continue to map. 100%. Like I just joined a mapping team. It would be a bit lame if I immediately then left. Yeah, altogether. Just checking through my line for this next fight. Yeah, this line works. Yeah, it's actually quite neat. This is the first fight of Space Center is just a double battle. It's actually a relatively scary fight. It's a Fable Executor, Ass Form on one side, and then Typhlosion, Venusaur, Houndoom on the other. It's like a manual Sunny Day team with like a Follow Me Mon in the lead. But you can basically prevent it from ever setting up Sunny Day by showing kills, right? Is the general idea. And Blaziken completely dumpsters the team, so it's not a particularly hard fight. We're just bringing these three. So I guess we'll just go like Ents, on Fan, and emotional support Wall Rain, I guess. I didn't leave an XP dump today, thinking about it. I probably should have done that. It doesn't matter. I've got all of these guys to XP dump. Start with Plusle, shall we? We'll do Plusle plus emotional support Wall Rain. That is the idea. So we need Charcoal on Chicken at level 74. We need to pre-damage my Primeape to be dead to the Typhlosion. At 66, that is 114. With Lumberry, yep. Then Blastoise is Citra. Okay. And we'll go Lum on Mence and Sphere. Choco, Lum, Citra. Alright. It's just this fight looks hard, but I don't know. It's just not really. with Blaziken. This is where Blaziken really pops off, is fights like this. Okay, so they'll jump us as soon as we go in. I hope this works as planned. I'm 74 on Blaziken, which is the right level, right? With charcoal. There's no scary items. All lumberries. Okay. So, Clef on one side, Typhlosion on the other side. We're going to target down the Clef side and just leave this Typhlosion up for a few turns. We can just outspeed kill this Clef with Sky Uppercut with level 74 to guarantee that kill. And this Typhlosion is seeing a kill with Overheat into Primate. So we're going to endure. Okay, this brings in the Executor. Yeah, so if this Typhlosion gets up a Sunny Day on turn 1, this fight then becomes scary, right? Because you have a Chlorophyll Executor in the back, as well as a Catform, right? But because it couldn't, therefore we can just outspeed kill this Executor with a Charcoal Blaze Kick. This is then random move, Overheat, HP Ice, Wild Charge, and this Blastoise takes a Wild Charge crit, always. So we don't worry, we don't mind if it's Wild Charge. Guaranteed kill. This will bring in the Castform in the back. Okay, Overheat is fine. Best case, technically. Oh no, HP Ice would be best. Cool. And now we outspeed and kill the Castform with Sky Uppercut. Fake out the potion. Dude, Primeape and Blastoise are the goats of these double battles. Okay, we now Rock Slide plus Water Spout. Faster than the Typhlosion with my Blastoise, but I think Rock Slide just kills anyway. Who comes in? I think it's Venusaur, right? Might be random, actually. Houndoom. I think one brings in one brings in the other. Intimidate doesn't matter. Water Spout is actually going to kill it. Dude, Water Spout having so little recoil is so good. Like moves like Superpower would take so much recoil. Cool. And we now outspeed and Charcoal Blaze Kick kills. Easy fight, man. Easy fucking. Dude, Magma stuff, like sometimes I don't know which is easier really. There's some bullshit Magma stuff in Magma Hideout, obviously, but I think a lot of the rain splits towards the game are probably the hardest. There is some bullshit on C7. And I don't have a Quagsire, which makes it even harder. Cool. This next fight is devious. Well, but when you realize that actually most of the mons on this fight just aren't very scary, it's not that bad. Like, there's so much bullshit items, right? But like, if you just like, just remember that like, oh wait, none of these mons are that scary, then it's generally fun. Although there's a lot of swagger on this fight, which is what I don't like. Serial swagger spam. Lantern, Ments, Confirm. We're just going on everything because of the swagger spam. Makes items a lot easier. Okay, we need to teach my Salamence Aerial Ace. That actually means I need to go forget strength real quick. So Aerial Ace is one of the TMs that we have infinite of, because you can buy it from the shop. But most TMs, remember, aren't. So like that skill swap TM, we only got one of them. That's permanently invested on here. Onto my Mischievous. How long is this? Jiggy with it. Okay. So this fight does have risk because there is a focus band and 3 bright powders, but I think for the most part, like the bright powders don't actually matter. But yeah, the scariest thing is technically this lead, I think. We need to pre-damage. That's the last thing we need to do. We need to pre-damage my Blaziken to 172. I think this is to show a kill on the mon that switches in. Because then if it doesn't see a kill, then it could swagger switch in, which I don't want. Okay, so this is relatively spooky, but only because there's infinite bullshit items on this fight. We have ways around most of it though. Do I need to, I've got written in my notes 74 on men. Do I actually need to be 74? Oh, I didn't export everyone. One sec. I need to export everyone. Calc. Move. Import. So color coding, auto refresh, advanced, blah, 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 blah. Load this fight, which is Soul Rock. Okay. So do I need these 74 immense this Blaziken? Nah. Okay. Let's go then. So Cloister, clutch up, buddy. You're the person most at risk of the fight. Oh, I'm supposed to be 74 on this because I have to be 75 on the next fight. Reading my notes a bit further. Yeah. Okay. So this is the scariest mon. This thing has focus band, which means it can just infinitely survive all of the attacks. Really annoying. It has swagger and ancient power is the 2 moves that we need to be aware of right now. We're faster than it, and we do bring it to we always kill with Surf as long. That's why we're 75. Ancient Power does 38% max, which means we can take an Ancient Power Omni Boost into another Ancient Power. We won't be dead because we have Shell Armor, right? This is most likely to just Swagger on this turn, so if it does Focus Band survive, this will be Swagger. We have a Lumberry for that, which gives us extra turns. But it's not going to happen, just don't Focus Band. Don't Focus Band. Nice. Okay, much easier. So everything else from the rest of this fight is pretty straightforward. So this brings up the T-Tar. Interestingly, the reason that this brings out the T-Tar is because this has Thunderbolt, which is its highest damaging move. We're going to go to my chicken, who always takes a Thunderbolt. Thunderbolt, I mean, it's a fucking T-Tar, like, Thunderbolt doesn't do it. We're never dead to crit. We can just go hard to chicken. The idea is that we're pre-damaged so that we're always dead to the next thing after a Thunderbolt. Honestly, that could have counted on that turn, thinking about it. I guess maybe I would have just, if I had counted, I would have just like blade kicked and still like took a Thunderbolt. But we now just kill the Scar. This one thing wasn't bullshit item, this was a Lumberry. I'll mention everything it is a bullshit. This now brings in the Skarmory, because this thing has Drill Peck. We can't just stay in, right? And try to Blaze Kick it, because we'd be dead if it misses. We're pre-damaged, so that we're always dead to Drill Peck. Drill Peck is 117 minimum. This is never Swag, always Drill Peck. This thing is Bright Powder. My Lantern is faster and does 2-shot with Shockwave. So with Thunberry, this is actually always the same matchup. Okay, Rock Slide, that's fine. Yeah, it just doesn't have very much damage potential either. This brings in the... I want to say the Thicken? Yeah, Blaziken. And the highest damaging move is Earthquake. I think maybe it could Thunder Punch? I don't know. I don't think so. It doesn't know about Volt Absorb, but it would never be high damage, I don't think. Gives us a free Salamence entry. This thing is also Bright Powder. We have 2 Aerial Aces, and we're Lumberry in case of Thunder Punch Power, so again, not a lot that can be done. This is now the Claydol. This thing has Scope Lens. It's always going for Ice Beam on this turn. The idea is we just go to Lumberry Blastoise, and we snipe it with a Water Spout. Nice. Last one is Bright Powder Bayonet. This is the other thing which is a tad risky, because this thing is Bright Powder, and I technically don't have a clear way through it, and Shadow Ball kind of does do quite a bit of damage. We're not dead to crit in this. Double checking. Pretty sure we're not. Crit is 126, so we can stay in and try and get a Surf down. It's best to stay in because this thing is most likely going for Swagger, and I don't want to get Swaggered on this one. But we hit. This isn't a kill. It does quite a lot of damage. I think we still have our Lum, in fact, so we can stay in again. I'd rather Blastoise got the XP. Nice. Okay. Easy money. No bullshit happened. Nothing to think about. Cool. So, next fight is Courtney. So, Courtney, I have a line for, I think, but it's definitely not riskless. It's kind of a spooky fight. The idea is that I have to bring the Regirock. It's got a Regirock again. Okay? I have to bring it out last because it's got Explode. And what that kind of means is no matter what, you kind of have to play into the fact that the Meganium in the back has Ancient Power and Ancient Power boost. You kind of can't have it both. You can't not bring out the Regirock last and also not have the Meganium going for Ancient Power. It's just, you can't really finagle it so that you get both. But it's fine. We will account for risk as best we can. So the team is Zam, then Swellow, not pre-burned, interestingly. Groudon, Donphan, Whiscash, and Mence. Okay, I have most things written as 75 on my docs. I wonder if there's a reason. So let me check each one and see if there's a reason. I don't think Groudon needs to be 75 technically. We'll just stay 74 on him. Donphan, I don't think you need to be 75, do you? $39 min, and Groudon. You don't need it either. Fine. Whiscash, I'm fine to go 75 on Whiscash. I don't think I'll get that much use. You're not Swift Swim, are you? And you're Oblivious. I'm fine to go 75 on you. I think you're at risk in this, so I might as well. Okay. Sam, Hello, Groudon, Don Fan. Just put in all of my calc, my second screen. Where's my whisker? Take you to 70. And then Ments. I need 75 or Ments. This is one of the ones I absolutely have to have 75. And there's a good reason. Which is annoying because I technically would want to be a bit lower. I've got so many fights left, but my Ments isn't that good, right, guys? Okay. Items. Lum on Zam. Silk Scarf on Swallow. Lum on Crawdorn. Citrus on Donphan. Citrus on Whiskash. And Lum on Elements. Okay. Do I need any moves? You've got Psychic. You have... Technically, I don't think you need anything, but... You're doing most of the work in this. Citrus is fine. You've got the moves you need. You've got the moves you need. Okay. Okay. So yeah, Courtney. It's a bit of a scary fight, but I've never seen things go too wrong. You have decent level advantage, and at the end of the day, it's not as bad as some... Dude, the battle fight being playing in here is actually kind of spooky. Like, it makes me like... I'm like, oh, has the fight started already? Time I've walked in. What exactly is my plan for this Arcanine? Does anyone know? Is it men? I think it is men's. But I hope you don't get crit men's. I'm kind of super risky in this fight. It'll be fine. What's your range on the... That's your range to kill. Makes things even better. I'll be fine. I also hope this works. Okay. Courtney. 6 mons. Thankfully, it's a boss fight, so that means no bullshit items. It's all lumberries and leftovers. Much easier to deal with. We have a very nice, easy start here as well, as Zam just one-shot, outspeeds and one-shots. So, this brings in Dusclops. This Dusclops has Shadow Ball, Earthquake, Rest, and Will-Wisp. It will see a guaranteed kill with Shadow Ball, nothing else. What you might have picked up from that moveset, right? Shadow Ball, Earthquake, Will-O-Wisp, Rest. That it doesn't have a damaging move that can hit Swallow. Right? When does mid-turn switch AI happen? It's only if it's got one that's faster, right? I've just realized. It needs to have something faster than you, or is it slow? I may have fucked up a little. I'm realizing switch out AI might happen. Oof. And I'm already in the fight. Off. But I wish I picked up on this earlier. AI info. Why the AI switches mid-fight? Let me scratch up on it. The checks that it will... Perish Song is a check, Wonder Guard is a check. Type Absorbing is a check, and Natural Cure. None of these will affect. Wait, what? So... Fuck, I'm reading the wrong document. 1 second, guys. 1 second.
I'm just gonna pretend, and I'm just gonna pretend everything's fine, and if nothing happens, then we can pretend that everything was fine all along. The reason is I'm going to air slash this Dusclops and chip it for some damage. It doesn't have an attacking move which can actually hit my Swallow. It only has Shadow Ball and Earthquake. But it does have Will-O-Wisp, which it can click, right? So it should Will-O-Wisp this turn, as long as it doesnn't have any switch out AI. But I don't know if it. I can't remember. The idea is to let it burn me with Will as we do some damage, right? We need to do some damage so that on the following turn it is guaranteed to rest, right? This is the idea. There's the Will-O-Wisp. So now it can't Will-O-Wisp me because I'm already burned. It can't Shadow Ball because I'm a normal type, and it can't Earthquake because I'm a flying type. All it can do is click Rest. However, it might have a switch out AI, I don't know. We want it to rest so that it can be asleep. Please rest, don't switch. Nice, okay. Well, maybe it did, maybe it didn't. I don't know if it's the same. I think it's similar, but maybe slightly different. I think Gen 4 is built off of Gen 3 when it comes to switch out AI. Gen 3 AI really doesn't like switching out mid-turn. Gen 4 AI is much more likely to. But because we switched to Crawdon on the turn this rested, we can now safely 3-KO this with. The reason I was really scared is because I thought it might be able to switch to Regirock, which is a massive problem. One, because it would be going for Ancient Power, problem number one, and two, it comes out not last, and therefore it could explode. Problem number two. Right? I'm glad it didn't, but I really don't fully understand it. I think it definitely could switch out there. Anyway, so this is always Thunderbolt from the God of War. He's a guaranteed kill with it. So we're going to go to Donphan. It also has Psychic and Fire Punch and Calm Mind. This thing can't... This thing could click Calm Mind, or it could click Psychic. We're Battle Armor, so we're not dead to crit Psychic, but Psychic will do a shit ton of damage. We're just going to Mudshot it. Mudshot will never kill with crit, but we need to lower this thing's speed. Okay, Calm Minded, that's fine. It's actually for the best. It means I've got full HP on Donphan. This thing is now -1 speed, which means that my Crawdon outspeed. It's always going for Psychic or Calm Mind this turn. I think it nearly always sees a kill, so it's probably Psychic. But we just go to Crawdon. It's only ever Psychic or Calm Mind. There's the Psychic, and we're now faster, and we can one-shot. This brings in the Arcanine. Or... I want to say Wild Charge. Yeah, always Wild Charge. We can pivot Whiskash to get HP Grass, and then go Mince. This is the main reason that Whiskash is on this team, but I can also technically throw him out at the Regirock if Donphan took psychic damage from the God of War. This is now HP Grass. My Mence can two-shot this with Rock Slide. Its highest damaging move on me is Overheat after the Intimidate. Technically Wild Charge too, same damage. We'd love to see no crit, but beggars and choosers and all that. Dude, you're the GOAT, Salamence. Every single time I talk this guy down, he like immediately shows up and never fucking fails. So this is now the Meganium, and I actually think this is 100% safe now. Right? I'm Lum. This thing could Grass Whistle, or it could Ancient Power. The reason we went to 2275 is so that even if this thing Ancient Powers and gets the Omni boost, we're still fast. Timid 27 speed Salamence. And we're not dead to Ancient Power crit because we stayed at really high HP. So this is actually now, because of that flinch on Rock Slide, guaranteed safe. Yep, doesn't matter. Yep, okay. What's left in the bag? It's just the Regirock. If I stay in, I'm risking it getting an Ancient Power. Is there kind of... so Air Slash is 100%... Dude, sorry, there's so many changes in this game that, like, they're immediately obvious to me because I know the game. But Air Slash has been changed to be 80 base power, 100% accuracy. It's not an original move in Gen 3, to be fair. They added it specifically for EK. Is there something I can do here to not get Ancient Power from the Regirock? The problem is, right, I'll need to outspeed this if this gets an Omni boost. My Zam would outspeed. Can I take an Ancient Power? My Lumberry as well, in case the Grass Whistle. I can go Zam. Would that not also just be Ancient Power, though? Doesn't change anything. I mean, technically, I wouldn't be dead to it, so it could just Thunder Wave. Actually, quite likely to. Right. There's nothing else I can really do in this position. I mean, I could pivot into... my Swallow doesn't outspeed if this Omni boosts. Oh, it does. No, I mean, if this Omni boosts, I'm dead to Giga Drain crit. Swallow. I guess Zam is slightly better then, because if this doesn't crit Ancient Power, I'll be at full HP and therefore most likely betting Thunder Wave and not Ancient Power. So Zam is better. Okay, we're still faster even if it Omni boosts. No crit is... yeah, perfect. Okay, so it's now just the Regirock. We've brought this thing out last. Means it can't explode. So it's only got Ancient Power and Earthquake. Ancient Power, Earthquake, and Thunder Wave. We're not dead to Ancient Power. Ancient Power does... oh, we are. There's 4 rolls that kill. Damn, I just did my maths wrong, huh? There's 4 rolls that kill. It makes it a lot less likely, though. This is still most likely a Thunder Wave. We can use Donphan for this now, because we need damage. Means we don't need to use Whiscash, which is a bit riskier because of no Battle Armor. I did AP. Unlucky. Don't boost. It'll be really good if you don't boost. Thank you. Nice. This should be safe now, right? There's nothing this one can do to Donphan. Easy clap. Yeah. Even Omni boost, I think we've been fine. Nice. Courtney done. So, there is 3 more fights before Space Center tag. Right? However, they are back-to-backs. It is a back-to-back-to-back, to be precise. Which means I have to plan a team which is able to fight all 3 in a row without healing. That is pretty demon. However, what I will say is that my Tentacruel absolutely fucking murders this fight. This back-to-back-to-back. Absolutely murders it. So, yeah, we're not actually that worried at all. Ooh, I need to go get Nevermelt Ice. I never did go pick it up. Please tell me the shore is correct. I never picked it up, did I? Please tell me it's not low tide or high tide and therefore I can't get it. It's gonna be, isn't it? Bet it fucking... I do. There's actually not that many more. I can show you. We've done most encounters at this point. Once we get Dive, which we get after beating Space Tag, we'll get our Dive encounter, which we're doing on 124. We'll get Omastar here. Guaranteed at this point. We then have Seafall or Cavern, where we'll get probably the Crobat. I'm thinking of just getting, like, it doesn't really matter what we get here, but I'll probably go Crobat. Then we get the 2 most important encounters in the game. We get Ludi, guaranteed in Sootopolis. If you repel manip away the Heracrosses, you get Ludi. And you get guaranteed Duskull in Cave of Origin. These are two like E4 staples, come to basically every E4 that anyone ever does. Then there's a couple of others. There's Sky Pillar. There's Meteor, where we'll get something random. Meteor Falls will get the guaranteed Feebas for the Milotic. Evergrande will get Grass, which means one of Sceptile, Swampert, or Eevee, but probably Sceptile. 1, 2, 3 will hopefully get a normal type, hopefully get Tauros or Slacking, is what I'm hoping for. Medicham would be a bit sad, can't lie. And then Victory Road, hopefully Kangaskhan, but again, it's probably just something random. Kanga would be sick though. And I guess you can go for the Regis. You're not getting one of these. They all have Explosion and like catch rate of 3. Not in your best interest to try to catch one. This one even has Explosion and that's just rude. Do they all have both? Oh, they all have both. Yeah, no, it's not really in your interest to try to catch these. I can imagine they're decent enough, right? They're buffed, right? They've each got plus 20 space stats. AP Earthquake, Superpower, seems pretty good. Registeel is a steel type, right? With, again, pretty good move. It's probably pretty decent. You could bring it to D4, I can imagine. But I don't know. No, there is no damp. Yeah, that's one of the things that was removed from the game as well. Because it's too broken. Because there's so many explosion mons that like having a single damp user just completely nullifies everything about the the difficulty about an explosion mon, right? I do need my Nevermelt Ice sec, which is in Shoal Cave, and I never got it last time I was here. Please tell me it's played. If not, I'm gonna have to ping Bruce to let. Okay, it is perfect. So I need to find how to get into the ice room, wherever that is. It's shit, man. Never mind. I need a strength mon, I'm realizing. Do I have one? I've got a Morwell, don't I? Yeah. Okay, ice room. There's no trainers down here, right? I've got to solve an ice puzzle though. Fuck me. I don't even know how you solve this one. We beat Tate and Liza. And we got Big Spiel. That's what you missed, buddy. He's pink and beautiful and awesome and amazing. I love him already. Other than that, yeah, it's been super clean actually. Nothing's gone wrong, even in the slightest. So, free puzzle. I mean, this is easy, right? You just go there. This is unchanged. This is the vanilla puzzle, I'm sure. What are we doing? There. There's the Nevermelt Ice that we needed. Might as well go get the other item though. Fuck, how do we do this? Probably down there, right? I'm the fucking goat, man. One shot it. Oh, it's just for a rare candy. Fuck you. Cool. I'm just glad we got here before the tide rose. I wouldn't have been able to get in. Alright. And we've got Fly. Cam 1 player. That's so real and true, man. You'd think I'd be good at pathfinding then, wouldn't you? I'm fucking dreadful at pathfinding. Okay. So my team for the back-to-back-to-back, right, is Tentacruel. The idea being that my Tentacruel absolutely shreds this back-to-back-to-back to pieces.
Gyarados, Donphan, Poliwrath, and I've written Salamence and Blaziken, but my notes have suddenly got a lot less detail. Not 100% sure what we're doing, but we'll do something, I'm sure. Tenta, I need to teach you Ice Beam as well, by the way. So it's Tenta, is Gara, Donphan, Ollie, Mence, what are you? There you are. And Chicken. So on this fight, we're doing that. Right. And then I think you, because you beat that, and then we got you to kill that. And then, what is my idea for this wheezing? Did I get this far? Was the idea just you? Probably. Yeah, dude, this Tenta absolutely shreds. This team to pieces. I'm sure we'll be fine. I'm sure we'll be fine. Down here. Down here. Citrus here. Probably Citrus here. I don't fucking. It's really not that deep, just because of how hard Tenta shreds this to be. Ollie, I mean, you need to hold, buddy. And Tenta is never melt ice. Cave. Watch bomb. Okay, I think I want Ice Beam on my Poliwrath as well. Over Mud Shot at this point. Over Brick Break. I don't think I'm clicking Brick Break in this fight. We can always get it back. Whereas I can't get Mud Shot back. Yeah, I mean, most of the damage in this fight is going to be done by Tentacruel plus Donphan. Maybe Chicken? I don't know. Honestly, Tentacruel is going to take nearly all. Okay. Just double check a few things. So, Never Melt Ice with Ice Beam, 74. Right. Yeah, that's what we needed. Citrus. I hope Citrus is the right items. I don't need, like, Loms or anything. I don't fucking know. Sure. I'm super under-prepped for this, but I think I worked it out before. I think I'm fine. Tentacle will carry me, right? So, back to back. 3 fights in a row, each with 3 mons. And they're all grunts, which means they all have bullshit items on them. Classic EK. So, this is lead Dodrio with Silk Scarf. We just outspeed and kill with Ice Beam, with Never Melt Ice. Easy fucking clap. The reason we need to kill... I had to like spend a while coming up with who the fuck I was going to lead to kill this thing. Because we need to bait the Wobbuffet in first before the Steelix. Most things bait the Steelix. But Tentacruel doesn't. It baits the Wobbuffet because it sees Miracle as a super. And we're just going to Toxic this thing. This is what's really awkward about it, is you need to bait the Wobbuffet in before the Steelix. 1, because the Steelix has Explosion. And 2, you need to bait the Wobbuffet in at the exact right time because you have your counter to it. Otherwise, yeah, you get trapped. The nice thing about this as well is that the Steelix now comes out. This thing has Quick Claw and Explosion, which is what is kind of spooky about it. Is that this bait's guaranteed big, right? From this thing. Which gives me a pivot through Gyarados into my plan to bait Rock Slide. And then with Battle Armor, Donphan kind of just Steelix up. I think we two-shot with Earthquake, right? Just about. Yeah, just about. And it can't explode because it's been brought out last. We want to come out with this as much HP as possible. Like, Iron Tail defense drop into, like, Quick Claw would be worst case, basically. Okay, then. That's one way of doing it. Good shit, Donphan. I go. Dude, how is my Donphan not shiny yet? Thinking about it. This guy's the GOAT. So, Grunt 2. This is probably the scariest of the 3 grunts because there are 2 exploders on this fight. One of them is in the lead. It is a Quick Claw, Explosion, Camerupt. These things are demons every single time you come across one. It's Quick Claw, so obviously we can't stay in. It's seeing a kill with Earthquake as well, which is good for us because it can't go for anything else. It can't explode on turn 1. We're going to go to Gara again and again Intimidate down. I would rather risk my Poliwrath to this because my Poliwrath is far less valuable than my Gyarados. And 2, if I kill this with Gyarados, it brings in the Weezing next, which can explode. If I kill this with Poliwrath, it baits in the Altaria, therefore the Weezing comes out last and then can't explode. So if my Poliwrath gets exploded on, it gets exploded on. But we're only dead to crit, so it's super unlikely. It needs to Quick Claw explode. And we just kill with Surf. So don't Quick Claw, don't Explosion. Nice. So this brings in the Altaria. Nice. We could stay in and try to Ice Beam this. It is Scope Lens. We're not dead to air. We're not dead to a crit Air Slash though, because Altaria is. I could try to kill this with Tentacruel, but I think I'd rather just have Tenta at full HP for the Weezing in the back. The Weezing is also Scope Lens. That's kind of demon. I didn't fully think that through. I think I'd rather just try to kill this with Poliwrath. I don't need Poliwrath for the next fight. We're a range to kill, right? It's not very good, but it... Wait, Dragon Clawed. Oh, that's high crit AI fucking it up. So Air Slash is always more damage, but it just went for high crit AI. Where it can click a high crit move over a higher damaging move. Get wrecked. Okay, cool. That's actually really, really good for us. Saves a bunch of HP. Especially because it didn't crit. This is now Gunk Shot. I am dead to... What item am I? Am I Lum? Citrus. I'm dead to Gunk Shot, Crit Poison. We just go Tentacruel, right? I'd like to dodge a couple crits. This is Scope Lens. I should still win this matchup, even if I do get a bunch of crits. No, I will not. That did so much damage. Ow. Well, I do have a guaranteed 2-hit KO with Surf, but Christ. If this crits now, I'm going to be super low. No crit? 1 in 8. Nice. Alright. 3rd grunt. Cool. So the lead on the first Mon, the lead on the next grunt is Breloom. It's Scope Lens, not Bright Powder or anything. And the nice thing about like Never Melt Ice boosting the Ice Beam for the Dodrio to get the kill is it also gives us the kill on the Breloom. So Never Melt Ice, Ice Beam, guaranteed kill on this too. And it couldn't Mach Punch because Brick Break was more damage. Yeah, Tenta is just going fucking ham in this fight. This is Magma, so this is Bright Powder. Am I dead to Thunder Punch crit? I am. Surf is a 15 and 16 roll as well. It can't cross chop by crit AI because I resist it. This is always Thunder Punch. My idea was to try to beat this with Mets.
Mence kind of has all the time in the world against this thing. I've got so much HP. I've got so much time to work with. Like, I've only got 2 bonds left. It's this and 1 more, so I'll be perfectly fine. This is now Heat Wave or Confuse Ray. I guess I could stay in, right? Am I Lum? Citrus. I should have gone Lum. I'd rather this Confuse Ray me than Mence. Okay. I just cross-shot missed anyway. Okay. Good stuff. And we hit through the Bright Powder. Yeah. Easy money. Alright, Kangaskhan. This is actually super easy as well now, right? This thing has Attract, which is annoying. But we're female, right? And it's female, so no lesbians allowed, right? Again, we should have been Lum for this too. Like, I super trolled the item. This is lefties. We should probably just match up with Donphan. Might be worth switching to. Might be worth splitting the. Splitting the XP, right? I'm Lum on Chicken, and I'm not dead to Body Slam crit. Could this be Earthquake on Donphan ever? No. It's worth splitting the XP. Yeah, we're Lum. Nice. You know what's after this, guys? Those of you still there? It is Space Tag. And Space Tag is spooky. Definitely a run ender. Right. And we don't have great options. Nice. So, Space Tag. We get Partner Steven with an Aerodactyl with his complete piece of shit, but also a Starmie and a Metagross in the back, which are actually pretty. The lead Aerodactyl is fucking awful, especially because one of the opposing leads is a Tauros with Intimidate, which completely neuters the Aerodactyl. It is so ass. Also, none of the opposing ones actually see a kill on it, so like it's really hard to get them to kill it too. So the deal is, right, and I'm gonna get the calc up for the first time this stream. The deal is that you basically always lead your Starmie, right? The idea being that a Starmie with Psychic, Ice Beam, and Hydro Pump can outspeed and one-shot the Gengar, Salamence, and the Charizard on Tabitha's side, right? Guaranteed. Except for the fact that Hydro Pump has 85% accuracy, right? There's always the option that you can Surf, right? Instead of Hydro. Try and take a 2-shot on the Charizard, but like your Starmie is probably dying, right? Whereas if you Hydro, then your Starmie can live. But honestly, my Starmie is so dog shit that it's probably dying anyway, right? So I'm thinking it's best for me to just accept that my Starmie is going to die, Surf instead to get the guaranteed chip on the Charizard. And then my idea for the last 2 mons in the back is my Blastoise and my Slowbro. You sort of need something which can wall out the other side of the field, and Slowbro does that pretty well. That's why you want Shell Armor Slowbro. It's one of the things that's going on is this fight. If I'm 76 on Blastoise, the idea is that then I can show a one-shot on the Salamence back of Tabitha's party. Is really, really important, right? And I'm timid, so I outspeed it, like easy money. Same with the Charizard. Like if I've chipped it with Surf, then Water Spout will up the kill. So the idea basically is like Psychic kill the Gengar, and then Surf the Charizard. If my Starmie dies, I just bring it to Toys, and then I Water Spout the Charizard and Ice Beam the Salamence. There's a decently likely chance as well that like my Starmie maybe lives after the first Surf and is able to kill the Charizard, but probably then dies on the anyway. I bring my Blastoise in, kill the Salamence, and then it's kind of just Blastoise and Slowbro against the world, right?
What you need on Slowbro is you need Psychic, Ice Beam, and Flamethrower, if I remember correctly. Ice Beam one-shots the Flygon, and then Flamethrower you have for the Metagross, and Psychic is probably your best damaging option. Boros, you just get rid of Surf for this fight. We can also, in fact, go 77 on Blastoise if we want. What this does is this actually allows me to outspeed the Flygon in the back of my party. I'm not sure if that's ever relevant, except for the fact that, like, maybe my Slowbro gets through the Metagross, but I want to switch it out. I have the opportunity to switch it into the Flygon and outspeed him 77. I think it's probably for the best that I do take him to 77. And just accept the fact that he'll be at the level cap for the rest of the split. He's a good mon, so it's kind of a shame to have him at level cap for the rest of the split, especially with all the rain sections and rain boosted water spouts. But I think, like, the fact that my Starmie is so shit, and that my Blastoise is probably gonna have to clean up after the fact, after my Starmie dies, means that I really shouldn't be taking chances with being slower, and I should just give myself this extra out. It means I have to go Lum, because, well, do I have to? I'm going to be clicking Signal Beam or Earthquake. I should go Lum on Blastoise, although I might want Citrus. Maybe it is just Citrus, and just if I get Signal Beam Confusion, I get Signal Beam Confusion. It was super unlikely to begin with, right? What is Signal Beam Confusion chance? It's 10%, right? It's probably best to just go Citrus. I could go Shell Bell on Blastoise. I think I'd get more value out of it, because I'm slower than the Tauros. I just go Citrus Starmie. Alright, stream title updated. Alright. There's not a lot to think about with this fight. I just need to make sure I've got the right mons and stuff, right? Starmie, you're probably dying. I don't feel too bad about it because you were never that good and you didn't come into very much stuff because so recently. Slowbro, Blastoise, I do need you to fuck up though. It's kind of not optional. So we're gonna go 77 on Starmie. We're going to go 77 on Blastoise. It feels a bit ass. Love to have him at a low. I'm just not going to take the risk. And then 75 on... So I'm thinking it's definitely Citrus on Slow. It's Citrus on Starmie, and then it's probably... Shell Bell, because I think it's the most. We then need to teach Flamethrower to Slowbro. Means I need to get rid of Surf. The fact that Slowbro can learn Flamethrower, just don't question it. Just don't question it. It does, just tell it. But thank God it does, man. So you have the moves you need. You have Surf, Psychic, and Ice Beam. You have Water Spout, Ice Beam, Surf. Fake out, I guess, but I'm probably not going to click it. And then you have Psychic, Ice Beam, Flamethrower. Okay. I don't want any ads coming on during this fight, so I'm going to take a quick break now. It is so much more high roll to go for the Hydro Pump and like just risk it on the Hydro Pump miss and then like, all the fucking hype around that, but I'd rather not. Like this Starmie is not good enough that I care about holding on to it. Like I think it's so much I just let him die. But basically, because of how the AI kind of works,
the Tauros is actually unlikely to target it with double edge, which will do a shit ton of damage because it's so likely to just spam Earthquake because the partner it has is a Levitate or a Flying type, right? It's so likely to just spam Earthquake kills, which gives you time to work. It's usually like the foundation of Starmie strats in this fight, but with like a Starmie with what is it again? It's 4 HP, 0 defense IV, like my Starmie's dying, I think, even if I do hit a Hydros, it's just not worth it. Oh, dude, the music going every single time I walk in here. So spooky. We should probably bring a couple good luck charms. Definitely the emotional support whale, 100%. Definitely not Swallow. Don't care about you. My boy Don Fan definitely has to come. And then not Salamence. Who's my last emotional support one? Probably Morwile. You've been like super clutch this entire run, and I'm so glad I still have you. Definitely the most underrated mon in this run. Like, I remember like the fact that I took him really high leveled in like Magma Hideout or something, thinking that I wouldn't use him very much, and then I just kept bringing. And he never died. Fucking goat for that. Alright. Starmie, you're going to die. Blastoise, please don't die. You're sick. I don't want you. Slowbro. You just need to hold, buddy. Come on. Scary fight. Definitely a scary fight. Things could go wrong, but it would mostly go wrong on my Slowbro. So, which is why I kind of need Slowbro to hold, and everyone else just sort of do their business. Alright. Final move and item check. Not that there's that much to think about. Citrus Berry, Surf, Ice Beam, Psychic, 100%. Shell Bell, Water Spout, Ice Beam, 100%. Citrus with Psychic, Ice Beam, and Slack Off. And then my 3 emotional support ones. Okay, scary fight. Definitely a scary fight. I've seen people describe this as an 85% to win or wipe. We're not clicking Hydro Pump, so we don't have that problem. We just have the problem where instead of having 2 mons in the back to help deal with the rest of Maxie's team, we only have 1. That's the scary thing. Starmie, Blastoise, Slowbro. 100%, 85% to win, 15 to wipe. Is that, sorry, the more correct way of saying it? God. I did just go on a week of stats course. I really should be more literal with the way I say things. Okay, lock in. Maxie, Tabitha. Tauros, Gengar. I know, right? Well, at least this time I'm not the one paying for the degree. They're the ones paying me. Feels a lot better this way around. We get the Aerodactyl, which immediately gets intimidated, and so therefore this Aerodactyl is just completely fucking gimped for the entire rest of the fight. It sucks ass. The reason you lead Starmie generally is because Psychic kills the Gengar, Hydro Pump kills the Charizard, Ice Beam kills the Salamence. That's the idea. We're not going to risk the Hydro, we're just going to click Surf. This Tauros does quite a lot of damage because we're so physically frail on Starmie. We're not dead though. Because we're not dead, it's so likely to click Earthquake because of the boost in AI Earthquake gets when the user is next to a levitating partner, right? So even though Double Edge is more damage and Earthquake won't touch my Aerodactyl, it's still more likely to. We can outspeed and just kill this Gengar. This is the one thing that my Starmie can do, is kill this Gengar. Okay, so we'll probably see Earthquake from the Tauros. This Aerodactyl is also going to use the move. The Aerodactyl, for some reason, spams Fly. There is some weird AI bug or interaction where it's really likely to click Fly over anything else. It's so annoying. Especially when, like, Steel Wing. I don't know. It's because Rock Blast and Steel Wing and Return all do damage. It's really annoying. Okay, so Earthquake. Are we dead to Double Edge after one Earthquake? Double Edge does 126 on the max roll, so this can absolutely Double Edge my Starmie. It doesn't look for the fact that Aerodactyl is flying for targeting, I'm pretty sure. Anyway, it doesn't matter. Either way, we just surf. Okay, into the Charizard is, I guess, good. Okay, it did EQ again. Means Starmie might live. Depends on who the Charizard targets. Okay, doesn't matter. GG Starmie, thank you for coming. We're going to send in my Blastoise. Kind of unfortunate targeting there. At least it did Earthquake, but yeah, then targeting Starmie. Can I kill this with Ice Beam? Ice Beam does 26 minimum. I don't think I can. I can kill it with Surf, which means I don't take Water Spout recoil. And I also don't. I'm less likely to kill the Tauros by mistake. Although I don't know if killing the Tauros is bad. It potentially is. Not really thought about that. Oh, Arrow. You actually just... I guess it would see a kill there, wouldn't it? So Ice Beaming was 100% the correct play into that slot. Yeah. That's an int. Yeah, because Salamence comes in. Oh, that would have been sick. I should have seen that. Because now I'm going to take an extra EQ. Okay, my Blastoise is pretty bulky. Beast. Okay, Shell Bell value. Huge Shell Bell value, in fact. It could have missed Rock Blast, actually, so maybe Ice Beam wasn't the correct play, right? Because Rock Blast isn't 100% accurate, right? Yeah, it's 80% accurate. I think I did make the right play then. Because it could have just missed and then I wouldn't have killed the Charizard. Yeah. I don't think... Yeah, I'm glad I didn't think about taking Ice Beam for that reason then. Yeah, what if it missed? We Ice Beam the Mence. We're faster than it. The Tauros is faster than us though. This is almost certainly going for Earthquake again. But ideally we'll get Shell Bell, big Shell Bell recovery after this one. Right? Maybe up to like 140. Yeah, about that. Cool. Okay, this arrow is not going to kill this Tauros, right? We can decide what we want to do. Who's coming in? Metagross, right? If I go Slowbro, right, and I let Stevens... If I let Stevens Aerodactyl finish off this Tauros, I could maybe catch the Flygon coming as it's switching in with an Ice Beam on my Slowbro. Right? I think that's what we should do. Go Slowbro. And just spam Slack Off until I think the Tauros is about to die. This isn't going to kill, right? Not even close, bro. Fuck. Dude, Steven, get a grip, bro. I guess it's taken 2 Intimidates, right? We can just spam Slack Off, though, right? So, don't crit, don't crit, don't crit. Okay, that's actually better for us, I think. Who's coming in? Starmie. Who's faster? Starmie or the Tauros? I have no idea about the information on this Starmie. It's not in the calc. That's a bit lame. I have no idea what nature is or anything. Oh no, I do. It's lonely at level 70. Is it faster then? No, I mean this Tauros is jolly, right? And it doesn't get badge boost. Okay, so this Starmie is slower than the Tauros, but it should kill it. Which means we just... Yeah, we just Ice Beam, right? We can catch the Flygon coming in. It should be Flygon even if... Oh, why did you click dive, bro? Steven, man. Steven. We need to have a talk. We need to have a talk. What is this? Oh man, this is actually really bad. This could signal beam my slow bro. And confuse me. Does this Starmie have Ice Beam? Oh, it doesn't. This Starmie doesn't even have Ice Beam. Oh, bro. Like, this Starmie can't even kill the Flygon. I have to kill it myself. I think what we do is we slack off to full, switch to Blastoise, kill it with Ice Beam, and then consider from that position what we want to do. Okay, EQ, that's fine. We should go to near full at least. Yeah, full. Okay, and it kills the Starmie. Bro. And it's Metagross as well. This is just gonna... This is quite awkward. I really should have tried to kill this faster. What does this Metagross have? Nothing good. I think... Dude, I'm gonna take a fair bit of damage coming in as well. After Earthquake... I'm dead to Earthquake crit on my Blastoise. This Metagross is not dead, right? Surely his Metagross doesn't die to another. I refuse to believe it. I think we have to stay in. Really annoying. We need this Flygon to die whilst the Metagross, Steven's Metagross, is still on the field. That way, like... That did kill. Man, I've been getting everything wrong. I guess it was a plus attack Metagross. I should have flamethrowered on the switch then. Bro, I've gotten everything wrong. Freeze? Back off. Is this gonna die to that? It probably will, right? Alright, okay. We should two-shot with Flamethrower. And we're Shell Armor, so I think we're safe. As long as we don't get Shadow Ball defense dropped. In which case we probably then have to switch to Blastoise and try and finish it with Blastoise. Yeah, Flamethrower's a two-shot. Yeah, Shadow Ball defense drop would mean we have to switch. Yeah, dude, that's doubles AI. It's really likely, it's really incentivized to click Earthquake. Even though Shadow Ball is highest damaging move. So yeah, we're actually technically super safe then, right? GG. Thank God Slowbro is the god that he is. Dude, Steven completely fucking trolled that fight. I've seen some bad Stevens in my time. Seeing different people do this fight. This was one of the worst Stevens I've seen. He did fucking... Dude, why does it play the battle theme every fucking time? It's just... Oh my god. Anyway, that's the end of Team Magma for the entire storyline. No more Magma.
Star me. Your death was necessary. Ass. Even if you'd hit Hydra, I think you're dead there. Alright. Cool. So we can now get the dive HM. This is the idea. Nope, that's the fisherman. Still no Urshifu though. I like my Urshifu. Where the fuck does Steven live? Nice. So dive gives us a few more encounters and heart scales and stuff. What I want to do, I want to get my dive encounter on 126, on 124 even, which is guaranteed Omastar, and I want to go get my fucking Ludicolo, and then I'll probably end stream there. We should have enough time to do that though. So the Omastar, let's think about how we want to catch it. Right. There's guaranteed Omastar, diving, and 120. I'll worry about shit like heart scales next game. I've got like a bunch of heart scales to pick up, but I'll worry about all that. The fastest thing is probably Kabutops, right? So I just need to have something which can run from as my lead, and then I need stuff to catch this Omaster. Got pretty demon coverage. Also AP is a bit annoying. How do I want to chip this? How do I want to catch this? It's definitely Lantern and Poliwrath are definitely coming. It's probably Slowbro as well, right? So I can instantly infinitely heal in front of it. I need something I can run with, right? My Blastoise is probably fast enough. I can get some guaranteed chip damage down, I guess. Is this thing speed start? Is there any Kabutops who can outspeed me? What level is it? 68. No, there's no Kabutops that can outspeed my Blastoise, so we'll leave Blastoise. And go Citrus, and then we probably need to go Lum on everything else because of Ice Beam freezes. Who else might we want to bring? Like Walrein would be nice. Walrein, if we can catch an Ice Beam, we could Encore it. That would make life really easy. We'll be faster than basically every Omen. If we get Ancient Powder on the Switch, then that's just unlucky, I guess, right? The last move is Seismic Toss, right? That is also a bit annoying. Maybe Wailord is the last one. Probably Wailord. Okay. So we'll lead Blastoise, fake it out, and then go Lantern and Thunderwave, and then maybe just go from there. We need Dive on something. Doesn't really matter what we teach it to. Probably best to be something which has moves, but we'll do it on Slowbro over Flamethrower for now. Dive. Okay. So 124, we just need to find a dive spot and then dodge all trainers and okay, 124. Where are the grunt? Oh, okay, well apparently there's a heart scale there. You know? Where is the bro, fuck off. I have no idea. Okay, there we are. Let my repel run out. Okay, so we have guaranteed Omastar here because we have a Kabutops dupe, a Lantern dupe, a Relicanth dupe, and a Kingdra dupe. The alternative on the surface is like Pelipper, and I think Omastar. It's potential battle armor, it's potential. Yeah, we'll just run from everything which isn't an Omastar. Any encounters? Encounter check? Hello? Hello? Okay, we should be faster, right? Okay. Oh, there you go. Nice. So, this thing has kind of an annoying moveset. I also don't know whether it's gonna be Shell Armor or Swift Swim, which means I don't know how safe I can be attacking it. I'm pretty safe to just Ice Beam once, though. I just want to get some chip down and see what happens. What's the damage like? Pretty good. This thing has Muddy Water, which is really annoying. I can definitely Ice Beam once more, but then I probably can't again. I'll never find out what ability it is either. Seismic Toss, piece of shit. Okay, it's got a reasonably low catch rate. But that's so much damage. Just don't Muddy Water on this turn so I can get my Thunder Wave down. After that, I can pretty safely just go slow. Nice, huge value. Okay. You probably want dive balls, but I don't have any. I'm sure I'm supposed to have dive balls at some point. I don't know where they're sold. That balls are just nice. We need a nickname for Mr. Omastar. Bro, it's been so long since I've nicknamed anything. I didn't even think I was going to today. I didn't think I was going to get this far through all the content I needed to do. Omastar. Yeah, booting 17, me too, man. Me too. I have no idea what I could even do. What would even be a good one for this? What even animal is an Omastar? Like, what even is this? What animal is an Omastar? A mollusk. Oh, it's an ammonite. Yeah, maybe there's like a helix. I don't know. Doesn't inspire too much joy? Helix fossil. Praise helix. That's kind of good. Is there not like a Lord Helix anywhere? Omar. Fuck it. Such a stupid emote. Oh, we've got a little bit of ABBA. I'm not signed in on my 70. Fringe. Sign in. Add to 7TV. Done. Katita. I used to always say Voulez-Vous was the best one. I'm not even a big ABBA fan. Like, currently I'm just on fucking DJX. Wait, where the hell am I now? I can see that, I can see that. I think this is definitely up there. I don't like a lot of ABBA, to be honest. I don't know why it's playing. DJX is playing. This Omen Star, Bashful, Shell Armor. I mean, I'd take a Shell Armor. It could be better. This could be a better Omen. What are you gonna do? We'll take Shell. So we need to now find our way to Sootopolis and then get my Ludicolo, which is like super important encounter. Super important. Yeah, I mean, it's quite a way away, so you might have to remind me. Which way do I go? I think it's down here, right? Dodgers, trainers. I healed. Damn. I think this is where Sootopolis is, right? Nice. Sootopolis, hello. Good to see you, Sootopolis. So, most important encounter of the run so far, except for Salamence, I guess, but we completely fucking whiffed the Salamence encounter. So this is now the new most important encounter so far, is Ludicolo. So we get this, we basically repel Manip with a 47, level 46 to level 60 Pokemon, so that you get a guaranteed Lotad or Lombre, and not a Ludicolo, which will have forgotten, which won't be able to learn Fake Out or a Heracross, right? Yeah, this is the Mega Beedrill, but at least this is a guaranteed encounter, right? At least it's you get the guaranteed. Whereas shooting for a Mega Beedrill here is all the Durants and stuff on them. Catching it is fine. We just lead Love Disc for the Repel Manip. This is why we kept you so low level. But then catching this thing is fine, right? We'll just go like Lantern to power it, and then like it's probably Vileplume, right? Wherever you are. You are. With like Slowbro and Tenta and stuff. And an emotional support Walrein, of course. Yeah, it's pretty free encounter. We just need to get it. Do we have the Acrobike? We need the Acrobike. Yeah. Where is it? It's up here, and yeah. Okay. Like I said, most important encounter so far. We want to see. Is there a way that this could still no Fake Out? I don't think so, right? Yeah, no, there's no way that it will no Fake Out. It will always be too high a level, which means we have to scale Fake Out. That's fine. I'd planned for it. A scale on it. Okay. So we repel. We are already doing. Oh. Apologies. Thank you for the reminder. Is it louder? I turned it up louder on my Spotify, not on yes. I don't know if it made a difference. I'll be quiet for it.
Hope you enjoyed. Lotad, W. Okay. So we'll just go long. Lantern, Thunderwave, and then just dribbles. Nice. Ludicolo nickname needed. There's got to be good ones for right. Ready to. Oh, of course, yeah, it's Elno Salbe. Duh. I thought you were like, why am I getting Elno Salbe? Like, what have I forgotten? But the thing I had forgotten was Elno Salbe. It's pretty self-referential, though. Dude, these IVs are so important. Please, please, please. Swift Swim, please. Although I'm fine if it's not. We'll deal with it. But IVs are just like, where the fuck is my bike? Please just be good. Probably worth moving a few guys out of my goat box. Morwell, you're not a goat. Get out of here. Okay. Please show me something good. I've been so good. I've tried so hard. Swift Swim, please. Good IVs, please. Rain Dish. Modest, though. Modest is good. I said I would take Rain Dish if there's good IVs. Modest is great. Want to see that. That's massive. Now just show me usable IVs. Some fucking usable IVs. Rabbi, Robbie, hello. Good to see you. Perfect timing. We've just come in. We've just got our Ludi for EK. Honestly, I was literally just saying this is like the most important encounter of the run so far. And we're hundreds of hours in at this point, probably. We've got Modest. We've clutched the fuck up with Modest. We got the wrong ability, but it's fine. Rain Dish is fine. Swift Swim would have been nice. We're like waiting to check the IV. You've just made you've just made Bruce have to wait a bit longer to see it. Yeah, welcome in. Come on, IVs, Rage, heads down. Oh, they're goated. Ooh. What do you mean postcode incoming? What the fuck do you mean postcode incoming? This is a guy and a half. This makes up for the Salmon so massively. Holy, thank the Lord. Dude, that's massive for us. That's so huge. Like, ever since the Ments IVs, like, this has felt super turbo. Like, still can't look at it. Ugh. Oh, thank the Lord. Okay, that's another E4 member locked in right there. We have the Ludi. We have Blaziken. We have Relicanth. And we have Ments, right? There's 4 locked in so far. We'll get Dusclops. Dusclops will be on the team. And then I'm going to shoot for a Milo. And if it's a good Milo, it's on the team. If it's a decent Milo, it's probably... Slowbro's just not going to make it. This guy is too ass. He just can't do it. Which is why we need the good Milo. Yeah, other than that, I think... I've not, like, worked out anything, but that seems like a good 6 to me. For the E4. I'd love to bring Walrein. Walrein is an option. If we get there. It's a potential bring. I'd love to bring him. Unfortunately, the wrong ability is kind of the nail in the coffin for him. Oh, that's so huge. Okay, that's massive. Music's actually a bit loud again.
Cool. Alright, let's get these two leveled up, and then, like I said, I'm going to call it here. It's already pretty late. This guy's pretty ass. We'll just go 75 on him. So the idea with Lotad, right, is evolve him and then teach Fake Out from Heart Scale, right? And then teach Surf over Bubble Beam, right? Then you have Fake Out, Surf, Hydro Pump, Magical Leaf, I'm pretty sure. Now you're a teapot. What, you a Sinisty or something? Bro, Walrein is the GOAT, man. I fucking love that guy. I've just fallen in love with him. And it took a while as well, because we were playing Runner Bun for so long, and I used to be miserable every time I got this Big Sphere encounter, but everyone would spam Big Sphere, and they were so happy about it. I was like, no, like, fuck, I don't want this guy. But, like, I love him now. He's so good in EK. So, 1 rare candy on this guy. Evolve. This now gets Fake Out from Heart Scale. Right? Let's get my Swallow, and we'll fly to Valaba. Teach it. It's in here, right? So we have to do this now because neither Lotad nor Polo out. Only Lombre does. I'm gonna get rid of Bubble Beam. Sure. And then we'll get rid of... Honestly, we'll probably go Ice Beam. I don't think I'm ever clicking Hydro with this guy. Like, if I am, we'll just go Ice Beam. Eventually, you'll get Giga Drain, but we have to get the TM for that, and it's not till way later in the game. So Ice Beam for Hydro. I don't think there's anything else that you can learn, right? Oh, I finally got a Magical Leaf Mon as well. Oh, it feels so good. Having played this entire game without a single Mon that learns Magical Leaf has been utterly cool. Alright. And we need a Water Stone. Do we have one? I have a Fire Stone. Alright. For the culture, slow it down. We can see El Nosabe finally hit the team. What a brilliant Pokemon design. Can I bring it up? Like, what on earth were they thinking? Like, what the fuck were they smoking in the office coming up with this? Like, what even is it? It's like, is it a platypus? I think it's a platypus. I think it's the general idea. Right? But, like, I don't know. It's a pineapple with a fucking, like, duck build, and it's literally indescribable. I'm trying my best to come up with what this fucking thing is, and I can't. I just don't know. Go in the building. Go is in. Rain Dish is actually a lot better for Seafloor Cavern, I think. It's just more. It's really nice to be able to heal 1/16 in Rain. What's its title? What do you mean? We'll go 73 on this guy, like the X Pokemon. You mean like in Champions, right? Where is he? Wait, where is he? The Carefree Pokemon. I mean, that's kind of goated. Guy has like confidence, you know? Like, he doesn't care what other people think. He just gets crit on Glacier and dies. And like, he doesn't give a fuck, you know? My goat, you know? Okay, where the fuck do we need to go now? ready for the next stuff. I think it's just being Sootopolis, right? Next is Seafloor Cavern, right? We'll need to do all the heart scales, and then it's just Seafloor Cavern, right? I don't think there's any other encounters. Oh, we'll get our encounter in Seafloor Cavern actually next. But I mean, it's not a very important encounter, so yeah, I'll do that next. I'm not sure when next time will be. It might be tomorrow. It might not be tomorrow. We'll have to see. Elno Sabe and Omar get in the calc. Oh, what a... Oh, his IVs are so beautiful to look at in my calc. All double-digit numbers. Crazy. Alright. I'm fucking shattered. And it's late. So, I'm ahead. Appreciate you all for stopping by. Appreciate the raid. And yeah. Hope to see you soon. It'll probably not be tomorrow. Probably Monday or Tuesday. But I'll put it in my Discord. Yeah. Have a good night, y'all.